Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Three Black Geeks, where we talk about five white guys and a crisp pen.
Hey everybody, how you
sounds
doing?
like Chris, that sounds like a bad porn parody.
I'll watch it.
It really does sound like a bad porn parody. That probably definitely happened. Just got to get enough. But you know, Evan Stone is playing Chris Penn. I'm letting you know that right now.
That shit would be epic.
Evan Stone is playing Chris Penn.
So my dick lord Q. You didn't hear that, did you?
No, I didn't hear what you say.
It's just my dick lord Q. That's Chris Penn for you.
Okay. What we're about to step into, ladies and gentlemen, is our second Quentin Tarantino movie.
We technically went Tarantino with this because we went with this
Tarantino's
last
actually in this.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is we did a more recent movie the first time, and now we're going all the way back now. You know, flashback.
Yeah.
We're flashing back to Tarantino's first venture out as a director.
Yeah. So the 90s.
Imagine he's in the middle of Hollywood.
But before we get to that, everyone, please do as the scrolling text says. Follow us on Twitter, X, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Like the goddamn video. Donate $1 if you can to our PayPal, and be sure to check us out on Locals.
Hey, did you just hear the Elon bot over here say X and not Twitter?
I said X, Twitter, whatever the fuck.
X-Force.
Hey, seriously, people, please follow us over at the Wild West, known as Twitter. Current.
I like how the one thing I told this the other day. I like how Elon fired everybody, and we were like, "Oh, it's going to get worse," and it did. And it kind of didn't change a damn thing at Twitter. It's still accessible.
And he just opened the floodgates for even more bots, because guess what, kids? Porn is now allowed on Twitter now.
No, I just love how I love
X videos on Twitter.
I just love it's like wait. So you mean to tell me for the last 3 years we be scrolling, all of a sudden you just see a girl and all that. And now it's legal?
I literally see retweets of
now it's legal.
I literally be seeing fucking retweets of Miss B Nasty on my damn timeline, and now all of a sudden you're gonna tell me porn's allowed. That doesn't make any sense. Miss B Nasty is literally fingering herself, but you're gonna tell me now porn's allowed. That doesn't make any sense.
Look, son. We've officially crossed that threshold from SpaceX to ass.
First off, Cap, don't be giving Vin Diesel ideas, because he will make that movie. He will make this. He will make this. You know it.
No, but I'm there. We officially crossed that threshold.
Too fat for that now.
We've crossed the threshold, gentlemen, from SpaceX to Ass X on Twitter. Anyways,
so the 90s.
SpaceX to Ass X, y'all.
We're through the looking glass here, people.
So the 90s was it. When it came to movies, obviously we grew up during the Steven Spielberg's, Scorsese's, George Lucas and all that stuff, where the movies were based off of things that they grew up on from the 50s and all that stuff. That was their influences, right? And the 90s hit, and you had people like Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez, I'll even put Kevin Smith in there to a degree, and a lot of other young upstarts that were really kind of pushing this indie movement of like new groundbreaking movies and stuff. Like Robert Rodriguez he did El Mariachi, which, funny enough, I didn't know about the movie until after Desperado came out. I didn't know Desperado.
I think Robert Rodriguez only gets coupled into that because of Quentin Tarantino. I think
because they were boys, they were friends, pretty much.
Yeah, I know. I always feel that we always bring him in there like he's like this revolutionary, and then he immediately started doing Spy Kids, becoming the most Hollywood shit in the world. So I always feel like chill with Robin. I know we all seen Till Dusk Till Dawn and all the rest of that shit, but chill.
But Tarantino, the way he did his movie, and Reservoir Dogs was one of them, he did it in a very unorthodox way, because what we knew of movies was it had a beginning, middle, end, and it told a story from point A to point B to point C. Tarantino decided, you know what, I'm going to start at the end, and then I'm going to kind of over the course of this story kind of got kind of going different parts of the story that we normally would see narratively in certain parts, and just kind of tell a story on how this whole situation came to be.
More like the middle, not the end.
I was gonna say
Because
it's more
Yeah, the
so
middle,
yeah.
middle. My bad, middle.
more so the middle, or it was like he would start at the end of a specific point of a story.
Yeah,
good example. Our last time we did Hateful Eight. We saw them coming into the haberdashery, and it was like, at that point we already seen characters there already, not knowing that almost a day before all of that happened, XYZ Channing Tatum sounding like Gambit. We didn't know all that happened. You know what I mean? Yeah, the same thing goes with I don't remember. We'll get to Jackie Brown one day, but I don't remember what happened to
Jackie Brown was it was kind of sort of a straightforward narrative, but like when it got to the point she got arrested, that's when they did the flashback and they did all that stuff. So it was a little bit
like in Kill Bill. Technically, when you look at it, it started dead in the middle.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. When you look at it, it kind of started right in the middle of that shit. Yeah. So
Reservoir Dogs.
That's his real. That's his thumbprint.
Yeah, but Reservoir Dogs, I didn't see this until so for me, I didn't watch Reservoir Dogs until the big media blowout extravaganza that was Pulp Fiction, and that's when Reservoir Dogs had hit cable, and that's when I saw Reservoir Dogs. I heard of it, but I just never. My parents were.
I never seen it until Eris. I never seen it until Eris let me borrow his DVD.
Yeah,
I'm dead serious. I never seen that movie till then.
Yeah, I saw it on HBO. So it's like, obviously, my parents won't take me to the theater to see Reservoir Dogs. Come on now, like that was never happening.
I want to see Reservoir Dogs. It might be like Beethoven.
I saw Beethoven in theaters. I
don't regret
that.
Quick tangent. Thanks to DJ Sue over here. Do you know? We have almost how many was it? 9 Beethovens?
One too many.
Yeah,
one too many. I like how it went from Charles Grodin to Judge Reinhold to Jonathan Silverman. I love how that was the succession.
Time out. D. Jonathan Silverman. Now there's a name I haven't heard in years.
You know what I love about Jonathan Silverman is that like if you saw Caddyshack and liked what he did in there, you were like, oh man, he's going to be a star. I would love for somebody to say that, like, you don't know. You don't know where this train is going, do you?
Jonathan Silverman was just the fucking Weekend at Bernie's guy to me. So that's what he was. Because Weekend at Bernie's, but anyways, Reservoir Dogs, I forgot totally how quick this movie goes.
I told you. No, and that's what I told the both of y'all. I said, guys, this movie is a pretty quick watch.
Yeah, but also, folks, just as a side, don't play that fucking game. Oh my God, do not play that game.
I can explain that part real quick. So the thing about the video game is, since you never actually saw the heist in the movie, I guess somebody must have wrote enough letters to Tarantino between the 90s and the 2000s when this movie hit DVD and said, can we actually see either a story or something that shows what happened in that heist and what led to Mr. Blonde shooting everybody? Like,
this is what happened. You know what happened? GTA happened, and niggas just wanted shit to be explained to them.
Hang on. And somehow, some way, freaking what was it? Volatile Games and IDOS Interactive got together with running gun designers and made a game in 2006 as a third-person shooter.
I've never seen a game that pads itself so much. Because let me tell you something, folks. There is nothing about Reservoir Dogs that could give you like a 5-hour plus hour game. There's nothing in that.
Who was the asshole though?
Thank you.
But let's really think about that. Who was the asshole that said, I want to play that bank heist? Why? It failed.
Because the thing of it is the game pads itself
or did
out. But that's the thing. The game pads itself out on, okay, we see a driving sequence to see how Mr. Pink escaped the cops, which was stupid as shit. We see the bank heist itself, which, okay, sure, I needed to see that. Oh, also we get like a build up to how the people came to be and them training for the heist, which I'm like, sure. Like That game
Somebody
was
like, I really want to play Harvey Keitel shooting cans outside of a 7-Eleven. I really need. Don't tell me that was really one. That was a mission. I was just playing.
that was a training thing in the game. Dead ass.
Do y'all know that I've been watching movies lately, and I'll say, "Hey, movie, don't blah blah blah." It didn't happen. I'm just standing up. I was kidding. I was kidding. I did not mean.
There was 3 different endings to the game. Where, because if you watch the movie, Mr. Pink is the only one that pretty much disappears into the night, basically.
Not really. I can answer that.
So, because in the game, Mr. Pink actually escapes.
Okay, first of all, as far as I'm concerned,
I'm putting in quotes here.
No, Chris, let's just keep it real here. All right, all of us, like gentlemen of this podcast, and everybody listen to us. Take that game out of your mind. Let's just
take it out of your mind for us.
Let's just pretend the game don't exist. Mm-hmm. So. The game is
there. We go. Got it.
Yeah, that. So anyway, Mr. Pink being the one to actually survive.
He did take the diamonds and roll out. So
yeah, but Chris, if you actually pay attention and if you listen to, the sounds of, the of the police already being outside, because keep in mind, Joe, the one who had orchestrated this whole thing from the get-go. Well, it was told by Mr. Orange that the cops are waiting for Joe to stick his face through that damn door. My man had enough time to walk in, have a conversation.
Freddie is the one that said that Joe has to stick his head in the door.
Yeah, that's what I said, Mr. Orange.
Anyway, I use his government name. My bad.
He has to stick his head through the door. Now my man he shows up and he has enough time to have a whole conversation, sling accusations, pinpoint that Orange is the freaking rat, and have a whole Mexican standoff. Within what?
5 minutes. I say 5 minutes just because of the melodrama and the tense.
Between the melodrama and in less than 5 minutes. You already know for a fact the cops are sitting out there waiting. There is no fucking way that Pink, even though he slides out of that shit and goes, "Yep, I'm not sticking around for none of this bullshit. I'm going to be a professional." Grab the diamond.
Was it Buscemi powers?
Yeah. No.
Was that how he got out of the shit?
It wasn't Buscemi powers, but anyway, he grabs the sack of diamonds, opens the door. Not 2 seconds of him getting outside do we hear arguments being exchanged between him and the cops and guns going off.
I mean, the thing about the ending, and
that man is dead.
No, but
that's what I always thought.
No, but that's the thing. The point of contention was always, it was assumed that either he died, he got arrested and got thrown in jail, or he escaped. That was the 3 likely ideas that people had. Because you're right.
You're more likely.
No, but you're right in the fact that a lot of people presume he came out there and got shot and he just got arrested. And a lot of other people thought, well, maybe he just shot his way out of that and escaped, basically, which I can understand.
So what is he, Scarface now, Chris?
No, he's no. D, he's Glenn from The Walking Dead. He hid under a dumpster.
No, we're not doing that. No, what I'm saying is it possible he could have escaped? It's a 1% chance he probably could have. 1%.
Also, by the way, Brian, they call it Puerto Rican showdowns. Anyway,
I mean, it's just like the quote from the Bear, Jewish lightning. That's a fucked up term, but it's called when you burn down a place for the fucking insurance money.
Jewish lightning?
Dead ass.
I love how white people are the most offensive people in the world, and then when June shows up, we're one. I love that. I love it. Oh, Jesus.
That is a thing. It's like,
you know who I think the real villain of the movie was, Eris? Because I'm just going to be honest with you. This nigga fucked up the whole heist. I already know he did. I have no proof, but I feel because I didn't see this motherfucker talk the whole movie.
Bullshit.
I think he was behind it all.
Shit, he talked in the beginning of the movie.
What, for like 2.5 seconds? I don't know Chris, I don't know what type of character he was, man. Was he a good guy, gruff, mad, hated the world? His wife left him? I didn't know none of that.
It didn't matter.
It didn't really. It didn't.
This movie had a modest budget of $1.5 million to $2.3 million. It didn't matter.
You know what's crazy is that $1.5 million in the 90s, that was a lot for an indie movie.
It was.
That was a lot.
Correct.
Because
it was $1.2 million to about $3 million. And
the
movie barely made $3 million.
But let's be honest. Look, I'm gonna be real. They weren't on strict poverty rules because the fact that you got Harvey Keitel into being this movie, and you got Chris Penn to be in this movie, and to be honest, if you look at the producers, not counting Tarantino in this movie, these motherfuckers have been in Hollywood for the last 10 years before this movie came out. That's not a big stretch to me. You know, like they only had $1 million, so they had this much to work with. Nah, they had resources to come into this movie. This ain't Clerks, nigga. You know what I mean?
But back then, that was deemed indie, though.
Yeah, of course it was. I mean, yeah, it was. I won't even say indie. I say more underground because whatever.
But that's why I said they put him in the same category as Robert Rodriguez because El Mariachi was like a $200,000 movie.
Granted, I think El Mariachi wasn't supposed to be in English, and he was supposed to be seen by I don't feel like Americans were supposed to watch that movie.
This movie was 100% independent film because it was shown at Sundance January 21st of 1992. We didn't see this thing in theaters until October 9th of 92.
I believe it, but this was like I'm saying, we weren't dealing with, like I said, this wasn't like when Clerks came out and you heard Kevin Smith talk about all the trials he went through. Fuck no. Quentin didn't go through a third of that. The only problem Quentin had was what film festivals we're going to show this shit at. That was probably the only problem he had. I
would say, if anything, everybody in this film most likely got paid scale because obviously nobody.
Oh, they had to.
It was scale. It was easy scale.
And this is before Steve. And before anybody says it, this is before Stephen Buscemi had a career to be considered. Let's pay this motherfucker.
He was the Coen brothers guy. He was the Coen.
Yeah, he was just like, hey, you know that guy that was in there? Yeah, he's gonna be in here. Yeah, like he read the script. I kind of like him. I like his feet. Quentin, we got to talk about that, man. We really got to talk about that.
Robert Brooks is one guy. I remember when I was watching this, I was like, Quentin had a little bit more money. He probably would have got Sam Jackson as Robert Brooks' character.
I don't think he would. No, he wouldn't.
You don't think
he wouldn't. No.
Because that's the way his character kind of went. Like, he's a good actor. He's a really good actor.
Chris, check it out. The second he started speaking jive, told me that Quentin Tarantino never met a black person in his life. Okay. Man, let me shake it down for you, man. When you over there, you dealing with a cat. I'm like, what? Did you smoke a blunt and watch Dolomite before you wrote this, Quentin? That's what it looked like it was to me.
You know what it was? This is going to be very accurate, and I'm showing my age here. Quentin saw Robert Brooks in Colors and said, I want that guy. Because Colors was a movie, because Sean Penn was in that movie. Colors was a movie that was directed by somebody that really went all in on the stereotypes of Hispanics and black gangs. And Quentin just said, fuck it, we're going to go all in on that shit.
That was real. That was raw.
I like Colors, but it's definitely like stereotype city.
I don't like Colors. I think if you're Chris.
When the cop says in that quote, "What are you, a red shirt? Red shirt? You a red shirt?" I'll never forget that line.
It could be.
I was like, wait. I was like, so you just couldn't say blood, huh?
Yeah, you could say blood, huh?
Red
shirt.
Man said
errors. Red shirt is trademark. Okay.
Yes, it is.
It's trademark.
So
did
Gene Roddenberry get some money off that?
That's why Crips don't use called bloods. They call them.
Gene Roddenberry get some money off that when he said red shirts.
God! If I was Roddenberry, I'd be suing.
I think the only reason why I like Colors is because Ice-T in that song Colors.
I don't like Colors because Colors to me is white people's menace to society. And I just don't like. It's like you can tell that it's viewing gang culture through a white lens, and it's like every Mexican and every black in that movie is a dog on a chain going. That's what it lives to me, and I fucking hate it.
And I say that, and I say to that with this.
Fair statement, I think.
I mean, I never heard anybody.
Every second of it.
I never heard anybody, not even black people, say colors is white people's menace to society, but you. So you need to trademark that shit now.
No, here's my thing. No, the reason why
You're
is
right.
because, but here's also a reason. You ever look? I know a couple of y'all got cousins that sit down and put in a movie where black people are getting shot by the cops and going, "This is real shit, nigga." I know we all got that, but when you say colors,
it oozes.
like they're in that same under that same umbrella of niggas that watch Menace to Society and just be watching it like it's a cool movie, not realizing how sad it is. You know what I mean?
Menace to
This is
Society.
that same realm.
Did we ever do Menace to Society? I don't think we did.
No,
We did what?
never did Menace to
I it's just
No, we never will.
Yeah, that's the thing, because it's just like that movie to me. And I know
We'll do Boys in the Hood before we do Menace to Society.
That was the thing. That was always the debate in the black community, was like, which was better, Boys in the Hood or Menace to Society? Everybody goes to Menace to Society because it was raw and real. I'm like, it was sad as hell though. Like, I'm not saying it has to be good, like happy, but like it was just like depressing.
Do you know what I think though? Not after I think, but if I would have to make the choice, I would say South Central. But South Central has some of the worst casting ever. So I think South Central is the better story of the two.
I think
of the three.
Wait, South Central to me took
that's simply because Bobby a man.
Yeah,
he a man.
No, my boy, Crackhead Lou. We owe 3. That was the most intense white man.
15-box cigarettes.
15-box cigarettes. That was the most intense white man in prison I have ever seen. And then you got this nigga who looks all. Then you get that one nigga who looked like that one black dude that used to be in porn back in the late 80s. That was right beside him. You know what I'm talking about? That one dude with the hair slicked back. Yo, he over there all buffing all that joke. Like, yeah, you hear that OG? You hear that OG? I'm thinking to myself, you look 40, and I'm pretty sure you're 27.
To be fair, we've said it too. Men of a certain era, they look
of a certain era. We call them black people who didn't get immunized until 1966. Those black people.
Just saying, I'm 40. I don't look 40. 40 in the 90s.
No, we don't. You're looking at 40-year-olds right now. The only old looking one is probably me, and y'all going to say, "D, you 34," and I'm going to go, "For real?"
Look at South Central. 40 in South Central? Holy shit. These niggas look 60. What are
them niggas look like they were like that one dude that was in jail, like, bullshit, you was out on the street with motherfucking Bobby. You weren't, nigga. You look like you've been here for the last 15 years.
But go back to the movie though. One of the actors that to me I love Harvey Keitel. I love Harvey Keitel because it's like much like Denzel, Harvey Keitel in every movie, he acts the same, but I love it because it's just like, no, you know what you're getting out of him in every movie.
Jewish mobster.
Yeah,
he's either Jewish mobster or Jewish cop.
That's
the only range that you get out of Harvey.
His demeanor in this is the same in Copland, is the same in Pulp Fiction, is the same in. I'm trying to think of another movie I've seen. It's
Spartacus. It was the same. I played it.
It's the same even in Irishman.
Yeah, it's like
it is the same in Irishman.
Last Temptation of Christ. Same thing. It's like, it's Harvey Keitel. You know what you're getting, and I'm not mad at it.
My lord.
Captain Winter. We are.
Yes, we are.
Technically not me, but I will be in like 3 months.
Because here's the sick part. Harvey Keitel.
You're 40 already, Eris. Let's be honest with you.
No,
I see what you do. Look.
Enjoy my 39 while I still got it.
Hey, Eris, technically, I keep on telling this to y'all. We are all still 35 years old, okay? First off, let's get out of the way. But only reason why I say I think you aged more than me and Chris is because you see the shit you go through with the DJ and shit with BlurCon. That takes about 7 months off you. So that was 1, 2, 3 years. You're about 4 years older than us.
I need you to stop.
But here's the thing about Harvey Keitel though. Even when he's voicing a goddamn dog in Isle of Dogs, I'm like, it's Harvey Keitel being Harvey Keitel as a goddamn dog.
Yeah, he was in that movie, wasn't he?
I was like,
man.
But that's what I'm saying. You know what you're getting. Yeah, Clockers. That's another one. He's actually really good in Clockers.
He was good in Clockers. Yes, he was. Thank you. That was a good one, bro.
But you know what you're getting out of it, and I'm fine with it. It's just like, no, you know what you're getting out of Harvey Keitel, just like you know what you're getting out of Denzel. It's like you know what you're getting out of it. You're getting good acting. It's like, come on, it's reliability right there.
I heard that.
Sorry, Bobby.
I heard that.
Sorry, Bobby.
Brian, go home.
Yep,
See,
yep,
he's the nigga that sits down and smoke weed and watch that movie. My favorite part was when he got out of jail. You realize his boy was a fucking thespian. Like this nigga.
Hey, he is not
threatening gang member ever.
He is not fucking lying.
Yes, he did.
Came out of the
Yes, he did.
river. A fully grown man.
I gotta ask you guys this before we get back.
One day you saw bubbling.
Let me ask you guys this: how elevated?
Oh, what's that over there? Harvey Keitel coming out. I am fucking walking out of here. The fucking get out of the water there. Hey, fuck you, buddy. No, fuck you, buddy. Come over here. Get a chopped cheese. Cheese, what you got? You need put some Timberlands on his feet. I know it's 1948.
How elevated do you think Goodfellas would have went to the stratosphere if Harvey Keitel was in it?
No, because Goodfellas was already in the stratosphere. It was already in the stratosphere when this happened. No, Eris will tell you. Eris, do my line. When this happened, pew, pew, pew. Go ahead and say the coffee line. Go ahead, you know you want to.
What the fuck are you doing? Make that coffee to go.
Okay, I'll make the fucking coffee to go.
What the fuck are you doing? Put the pot down. Like, I did not mean it. I mean, like you dizzy motherfucker.
Harvey Keitel in that movie, it's like, I don't know if he would even had a role in that movie, given like everybody that was in that movie.
He would have had no role in it. He would have had no role in it.
No.
Who?
I got you.
Who?
Harvey Keitel would have been in the list of all the characters that Henry was narrating, you know, Frankie No-Nos, Timmy Two Times, you know, because dude, you had the guy that played Mo Green from Godfather. He was in the movie just for that one.
I think you're right. He would have been
there. He would have been there at the club. He just would have been that one character that we see, and you never see him again after that.
But now, going back to the
gotta go get the papers. Get the papers.
But going back to Reservoir Dogs, like
greatest character ever made.
Only for that one moment, and we never
gotta go get the papers. Get the papers.
Nice. It'd been nice after they kicked the shit out of Billy Bats. He comes in with actual papers. It's like, well, shit. He came in with papers. Fuck.
I just came over here. Came over here. He's still doing it.
It paid off. Yes.
Jesus, this guy's bleeding out.
Think you need to stop on him right there. Stop on him.
That's shaking of the foot.
Oh Lord.
No, but anyways.
Hey, listen to me. Scorsese. We got a plan. Movie came out 40 years ago. Get the fuck out of my.
Nah, but so
as he calls us niggers on the way out the door.
Oh, really? He called us niggers. I think that's actually a good thing.
I'm gonna really be kind of like, should I be offended?
I'm like, should we be offended?
No. Here's D justifying something bad.
Wait, hold on.
Well, you know that's how Italians talk. So that's like real dialogue.
No. D, see, here's how I would play it. I would play it like this. Well, it depends on how he called us nigger. See,
what was the tone of it?
No, that's what I'm saying. What was his tone?
Was it DEI tone or was it the other?
Shut up, Chris. I just want to know. Was it Taxi Driver Scorsese called us?
Speaking of the N-word, in this movie, there are like 3 scenes where it's like, Christ, Quentin. Okay. This is what black people didn't forget. Okay.
Here's my thing. My thing is this. I'm looking at black folks like, y'all mad at dead nigga stories.
Thank you. How hard was the R?
My thing is this. Folks got
how hard was the R? This hard.
Let me tell you something.
It wasn't an ER or
you.
Everybody. okay.
Actually, you know what?
That's a good one.
I can answer that. It was an AR. Moving on. Anyway, go ahead.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Tiger.
Everybody got on Quentin for the dead nigga storage in Pulp Fiction. Okay, fair. But I was like, I challenge you to go back to Reservoir Dogs because he hit on stereotypes. There's a conversation that they're having in the car about black men and how they treat their black women and shit. And the fact that Mr. Pink is the only one was like, yeah, that's bullshit because when they get home, they treat their women right. I don't know, man. They treat them like shit. I'm like, wow.
When my man said there were certain levels to this. And the fact that everybody in the car is laughing, I'm like, oh, y'all get it. Y'all get it.
Mr. Pink was the only one.
This racism is killing me inside.
The fact that Mr. Pink was the only one that was like, I don't know. I don't think that's right.
I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah, it's like,
You know what's bad when Stephen Buscemi. When Stephen Buscemi is the voice of reason in the situation.
I mean, Buscemi is pretty much the voice of reason throughout this whole movie.
Actually, I'm also.
Hey, well, Eris, you gotta realize. Hey, stop it. Yeah, I swear to God, you act like a bunch of fucking niggers, huh? Is that what you?
Meanwhile, I'm gonna put guilt by association with Mr. Orange because he didn't say shit. So I'm gonna say I'm just gonna.
Oh yeah.
Agreeing, but I'm just gonna shut up and not say nothing.
But at the same time,
It's a funny joke. I get it.
At the same time, can you really?
I got a black friend.
Hold up. Can you really blame Mr. Orange? Because number one, when they asked about who was the woman that played Christy Love, and this motherfucker said, and I swear to you, this was like straight out of Goodfellas. You know how Oklahoma Kid Shane, this man said Anne Francis. I was with Steve Buscemi. Anne Francis is white.
Hey, what the fuck are you?
At the same time, the conversation that these people are having were of the
and yes, he was the cop.
No. Here's my thing. The conversation these gentlemen were having were of the caucus persuasion because, like, you are like just the
fact that Chris. This whole movie is the caucus persuasion, all right?
No, here's the thing. The opening dialogue was peak whiteness because they're really debating the merits of like a virgin. I'm like, so this is what white people talk about. Like we're right now we're debating the merits of Kendrick and Drake and talking about that song. Meanwhile, back then they're like, well, like a virgin. See, here's what it really means. I'm like, really?
First of all,
Chris, the drug culture in the 90s was different.
No, Chris, and also Chris, understanding something else. The conversation was initiated by Quentin Tarantino's character,
because of course it was.
With that Antonia Inoki shit of his.
It was initiated by his character, Mr. Brown. Okay, he says straight up. I mean, we didn't even get the fade to movie. It was straight black first.
It was straight there. You ain't lying.
It was straight black first, and the first thing we hear is, let me tell you what like a virgin is. Okay, it's about this chick who just gets a whole lot of dick. Okay, just dick. Jesus, how many dicks is that? A lot.
I'm surprised he didn't bring up Madonna's feet in that conversation. That's all I'm saying.
Not yet.
Don't worry. It probably went there, and somebody was like, "We got to get that out." Come on, I was going to talk about her toenails. Look, come on, you guys think it's hot?
No, stop it, gentlemen. You know damn well that would not be until he officially meets Uma Thurman. Okay,
true.
Moving on.
Uma Thurman. Those were the clod hoppers that did it all for him.
Yeah.
When he wanted
Hey,
man kept the camera.
Don't wash your feet when you come in tomorrow.
When he kept the camera, when he kept the camera on them house shoes known as Uma Thurman's feet. All right.
Who was old girl? Who was that? Was that Fonda or whoever that was? Jackie Brown. They got shot walking around shoeless.
Jane Fonda.
You know what I was scared? Look, we said it before.
I mean, look.
The conversation, and I was saying this to Sue over here. The whole conversation about tipping. Now, here's the funny thing. I don't think nobody denies it. It kind of part of us kind of agree with it. Like, yeah, come on, man. Yada yada. Why do I got to tip? He right. He out of line, but he right. But here's the problem that I had. Well, they don't like getting another fucking job. He's like, hey, I didn't get paid in tips, and you see that is some white people.
No,
that's right. I had a minimum wage job. So what?
I will say stop. But here's the thing, though. I will say this because we are in different time periods. In the 90s, you could quit a job and get a job the next day. to be fair, you can get a job.
I want to agree. I feel like we have data that's bullshit, but I won't agree to
If
you.
not the next day, at least within 2 to 3 business days, you're in.
Hey, you can still walk on a construction site and say, "I got tools." All right, get them in here. What about OSHA? Fuck OSHA.
Now, no, you're waiting like
You need a physical.
You gotta have.
You need a physical, and you need to be a part of this company before you do anything.
I have a government job with a security clearance. If I were to quit my job right now, I'm out the job on my ass for half a year on the low end with no job. That's how far we have come when it comes to like the job market now. In terms of
when Reagan ran this country,
but nah, because even down to
I want you to put on this pink. I want you to put this pink polish on. I want you to do that for me.
But here's my thing.
Put it on slow.
But here's what made me kind of die a little inside. The fact that a waitress can actually, get an apartment.
Is it earshot? No, that's pure 90s. You're going to have to deal with it.
No, I'm just saying. She can live off that and have an apartment and a functional life off that.
Oh, come on. Not in LA.
4-bedroom apartment, by the way.
I mean, in LA, yeah.
Spacious apartment in LA.
Can't get that now. Working at McD's.
And this was probably a diner?
Yeah, diner. A busy diner in LA at that.
I don't know. Them waitresses is getting paid $3 an hour, young. So I don't know.
In the 90s, that was.
Listen, let me paint.
$3 an hour,
gentlemen.
Go home.
Gentlemen, let me paint this this picture for you. We're about to leave we're about to leave, and all right, it's time to tip the waitress. Come on, throw in $1. Don't tip. You don't tip. No, I don't believe in it. You don't believe in tipping? You know what these chicks make? They make shit. Don't give me that. She don't make enough money. She can quit. God, God, this is dated. I don't even know a fucking Jew who had the balls to say that. Let me get this straight. You don't ever tip, huh? I don't tip because society says I have to. All right, I mean, I'll tip a little bit if she really deserves it. But if they really put forth the effort, I'll give them a little something extra. But I mean, this tipping automatically is for the birds. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they're just doing their job.
I'm with them on that, actually. I'm with it.
Hey, this girl was nice. She was okay. She wasn't anything special. What's special? Taking you in the back and suck your dick? I'd go over 12% for that. Look, I ordered coffee, all right? And we've been sitting here a long fucking time, okay? And she's only filled my cup 3 times. I mean, when I order coffee, I want it filled at least 6 times.
That is peak white person, and
that's white shit. That's where the January 6th come in. That's where the January 6th come in.
Hang on. Here's where it gets flipped. 6 times? What if she's too fucking busy? The word's too fucking busy shouldn't be in the waitress's vocabulary.
Nigga.
Okay. I was about to say, how dare you, but it's like.
I got nothing. I fold.
Fair.
I have nothing. That's a good one. Got me on that.
Excuse me, Mr. Pink, but the last fucking thing you need is another cup of coffee. Jesus Christ. I mean, these ladies aren't starving to death. They make minimum wage. I used to work minimum wage. And when I did, I wasn't lucky enough to have a job that society deemed tip worthy.
That's a pull yourself up by your bootstrap line if I ever heard one.
So you don't care, you don't care that they're counting on your tips to live. You know what this is? It's the world's smallest violin playing just for the waitresses. Harvey Keitel, you don't have any idea what you're talking about. These people bust their ass. This is a hard job. So is working at McDonald's, but you don't feel the need to tip them, do you? I mean, well, why not? They serve you food. But no, society says, don't tip these guys over here, but tip these guys over here. It's bullshit.
Me being a black
He's
guy,
right.
if I was part of
He's
that crew,
right.
if I was part of that crew, I would have took him out my pistol and pistol whipped him just on principle.
Why?
Hold on. As a nigga that worked at McDonald's and worked hard at McDonald's,
I'm just talking about.
He's right.
No, he's right. But at the same time, I'm looking at him like, bro, if you don't put that fucking dollar on the goddamn table and shut the fuck up, like,
But
hey Chris,
the man is standing
2 things can be right
down.
at the same time.
no, because Harvey Keitel was literally on that tip of just like, bro, if you don't put that fucking dollar on the goddamn table, bro, like, what are we doing here? Like,
Listen, I'm rapping it.
and it wasn't until Bob said this, I paid for the fucking goddamn meal. What are we doing here? Like,
Joe. It was Joe.
Joe said that. I was like, now you pay it. Like,
But listen, waitressing is the #1 occupation for female non-college graduates in this country. It's the one job basically any woman can get. Shut up. Anyways, it's the one job basically any woman can get and make a living on. The reason is because of their tips.
Mr. White was pulling.
Fuck all that. Jesus Christ.
That was some stats don't matter. I don't give a shit.
Mr. Pink with the delivery here. All right. I mean, look, I'm very, very sorry that government taxes their tips. That's fucked up. Okay. That ain't my fault. I mean, it would appear to me that the waitresses are one of many groups the government fucks in the ass on a regular basis. I mean, if you show me a piece of paper that says the government shouldn't do that, I'll sign it. I'll put it to a vote. I'll vote for it. This is, but what I won't do is play ball. And it's not college bullshit you're giving me. I got 2 words for that. Learn to fucking type. Because you're expecting me to help you out with the rent. You're in for a big fucking surprise.
Oh, he went fresh and fit immediately.
Mr. Orange instigated it. You know what? He convinced me. Give me my dollar back.
Here's the sick part. Yeah, give me my $2 back. You gave 2. Yes, I gave 2. Because I thought I cared. But he zapped it out of me. He made a point. Look, hey, Chris, we had this conversation before.
Brian agrees.
We had this conversation before, Chris. Trump deserves some of the shit. Well, I ain't saying all he said was right. I'm just saying, I get why 2 people flipped the vote. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not saying he was right, but I understand.
Nah, Trump deserves just to get pistol whipped because fuck that dude. But like, they
do have tip jars at certain McDonald's.
Yeah, they
Nigga,
do.
do you know how illegal that is?
No, time
Do
out.
you know that they tell the McDonald's people they can't take tips?
Hold on. I thought that was for the McDonald's house shit. And stuff.
Yeah, that's for the Ronald McDonald House. Which here's the sick part with D. I fully support the Ronald McDonald House. It's actually one of the few charities that actually really do get their shit going down. So I actually do support them.
Real talk. I laughed at somebody that was like, "That's real," and I was like, "Yeah, that's real. Trust me,
It's very real. It is very good."
But there's some people that don't believe it's real. They think it's just a bullshit Ponzi scheme, and I'm like, I could maybe understand why you would think that.
But all right. Put it this way: if you grew up in a black neighborhood and you saw a park and inexplicably you saw a McDonald's emblem there for some strange reason, that's why.
Yeah.
When you saw like, you know, the United Way is doing some shit around your way, oh, cool. Why is McDonald's a part of this? That's why. I have to give it up to McDonald's. They're not the best charity, but they're the most functioning charity I've ever seen in my life.
They're consistent.
They're consistent, kind of. No. There's too many fat black and Latinos walking around the neighborhoods for there not to be golden roads around those McDonald's.
So one of the big point of contentions of this movie with the characters is that basically Mr. White really never wanted to work with Mr. Blonde because Mr. Blonde is a bit of a sociopath.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. First of all, Mr. White never even knew anything about him. See, when you go into the
I know you didn't know, but I'm just saying the bank guys kind of showed it out like, yo, what the fuck, dude? Like, did you have to kill him even though they activated the alarm?
No, Chris, what I'm getting at is this. See, when they do the three backstories, because notice out of 5 people, they only covered 3 backstories.
Well, let's be real. Do you really want to know the backstory of Mr. Brown? I'm pretty sure it
I kind of do.
But him talking about fucking shit ad nauseum, and then it's like, hey, you want to shoot some people? Sure.
I mean, I would like to know how the hell he got hooked up with this job to begin with.
Well, play the video game.
There's some things I asked for, and there's some things that
hold on. I'm not even gonna say play the video game. Watch YouTube videos of the game.
No,
Boom,
not even that, Chris. There's some things that I asked for, and there's some things that I never even spoke into existence.
And also, Chris, you play the video game. You go play it.
And the latter is what I'm speaking on. This is the latter. Okay. Now, I bring up the whole thing of just that conversation about tipping because it is probably one of the most legendary moments in the beginning of this movie. Just that whole diner conversation.
Yeah.
But this whole movie is just filled with memorable lines, memorable conversations, memorable quotes. Like it's for a movie that's only 99 minutes, it like almost all the dialogue is memorable.
Oh yeah. I mean,
no, I definitely give it that.
Yeah,
I definitely give it that.
But it's just the fact that Mr. Blonde is that, like, because when you see Mr. White like scolding his ass, like, bro, I know they knocked the alarm, but did you have to shoot them? You know, and it's like, yeah, I kind of feel him on that because it's like, bro, if you didn't shoot them, at worst, the cops would have got there, sure, but we wouldn't have been in this big blowout shootout the way we were. And I like how, and again, I love Michael Madsen because he's being chill, like, man. Cool.
Michael Madsen literally okay, hold on. You see this character right here? You see Michael Madsen's character? I would like everyone that's watching this podcast, listening to this podcast to understand one thing. Michael Madsen has been this guy his entire career.
I hate that Quentin said, hey, stick with that. And Mike was like, well, I really can't act that well, so I think I'm going to do this for the rest of my career.
This is the reason why I always go back to that scene in Kill Bill 2 where that dude got on him for that shit kicker hat because it's that same. He had that same fucking demeanor, and I love that scene.
I love it. I love the rearrange yourself, sit up that shit kicker hat.
He's like, you see this?
It's like the girls get to wear the hats. I mean, why can't I do it?
Speak up! We can't hear you in the mics, Michael.
I'm not the boss. Listen, I'm not the boss of that. I'm the boss of you, and I'm telling you to take that shit kicker hat home.
I like how Mr. White was basically like, "It's go time," and my man threw that cup to the side and was like, "Let's go."
I mean, first of all, sir, come on now. You know the lines because after he's just been berating him the entire time, he goes, "Are you gonna bark all day, little doggy, or are you gonna bite?" I'm sorry.
Kept that whole demeanor.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't catch that. Like, could you please repeat it? I said, "Are you gonna bark all day, little doggy, or are you gonna bite?"
I just appreciate the fact that Mr. Blonde had time after the heist to go get a burger and fry.
I did too.
And a drink.
Seeing how this is in the Tarantino universe, it was a Royale with cheese.
Big Kahuna Burger.
Big Kahuna Burger. He went to Big Kahuna Burger, came back.
That is some G shit. It's like if I shot somebody, threw him in the trunk, and said, you know what? It's time to go to Chipotle. And I like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you did that. Like
you've been riding around.
Imagine you will. No, that's on the same level.
Trunk. You're riding around West LA with a cop in your trunk.
Hey,
a hot ass trunk at
that's on the set. Look, that's on the same level.
And a deuce and a quarter.
That's on the same level, Chris Harris, as your boy Jody. So you trying to get something to eat?
After he cheated on his girl and hit her, let's get some tacos. Like,
oh man, baby, she just went in there and got gutted out by whatever silverware was inside of that abortion clinic, and he go, "You want to go to Wendy's, baby?"
No. He waited until he got her home and said, "You want a strawberry shake?"
Why do black people love that movie again? I'm confused.
Because BET continues to
Didn't we just talk about
on
where Chris, didn't we just talk about South Central Mystery Society? Didn't we just talk about this? Isn't that same scope of black people saying this shit's real, son? It's the same thing.
I mean, yeah.
You're like, why do you coons go through this madness?
That is cold-hearted as shit. She literally gets in a book, wire hanger, coat hanger, fucking damn abortion. It's like, all right,
Boy, how wild that would have been. What was that movie for black girls, whatever that was, where Macy Gray was the crazy chick that was doing abortions? Whatever that movie was, how wild would that have been if homegirl got home and the mom was like, well, I went over to McDonald's, I got you a double quarter pounder that you like.
It's like that movie.
Oh, that's some black trauma for you, nigga.
I mean, it's like the white equivalent was that movie that came out in the 80s with the kid that paid for the girl's abortion and she ended up going back to the dude that got her pregnant in the first place.
Yeah, what was the name of that movie?
I forgot what it was. It was, dude, that was peak fucked up. That was, you know what? That was the simp movie that you need to show to every simp, like, don't do that. Do not do that. That's what that
okay, all right, Tevin, real quick story on that. I know one nigga believes that you can actually do that. And said, yeah, because all you gotta do is he tried to sit there. Mind you, I know
Last
who this
American version. Yeah, that one. Yeah, last
Thank
American
you.
version.
That wasn't the last American version. But yeah, this dude said, yeah, man, all you gotta do is see what happens is when you put the gun muzzle, put it over the muzzle of the potato, right? And I'm like, you dumb motherfucker. That is not how that works.
Dude, Jack, the second season of the Jack Reacher, he's like threatening the guy, and he put like a water bottle on the thing. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna use this as a silencer." And the guy's all scared shitless and stuff. He's like, "You fucking kidding me? This shit doesn't fucking work. What are you talking about? Like, you really bought that? Like." People, look, we as a society, we will believe anything because we don't know shit. So we just like. It wasn't until like probably like early 2000s when I found out like silencers don't work like the movies show it. Like they work, but they're not like.
Why are we still filming it like that?
Yeah, because
that's my problem. Why are we still filming it like that? Why are we still lying to the people?
Yeah, it's not like pew, pew, like it's silence, but you can still hear it. Like, so it's like we're doing this, and people believe anything. That's really what the reality is and stuff. And
true, that really is what all it is.
But but the movie, like Eric said, it's like 3 different backstories on how all the characters came to be, and like Mr. Orange in particular, he's an undercover cop that's basically trying to essentially get at Joe. Yeah, Joe Cabot.
Yeah. And like and good lord, Tim Roth is the one that's playing him, and I find it very funny that this is that Tim Roth is one of the guys that stuck around Quentin Tarantino for a while, yeah. And like in this movie, like him playing, like you automatically trying to think, okay, so they got set up. Who's the one that's setting everything up? And I don't know when it was when it clicked in my head. Like I think it's the nigga that's dead. You know what I mean?
I did not
and all
know.
Of a sudden, you see Michael Madsen go flying back. I'm like, yo, that nigga's still alive. That blew my. I was like, I knew it. Wait a minute, what? And then they explained all that shit.
I didn't know Tim Roth because I forgot he's a Brit. I didn't know in Britain there was a Brit pack. It was him, Colin Firth, Gary Oldman, Daniel Day-Lewis, Spencer Lay, Bruce Payne, and I forgot who I think Paul McGann. They were the Brit pack, apparently. I did not know that was a thing.
I'm guessing it's just good-looking guy. It was just not the good-looking guys, just the guys that made it.
Yeah, that made it. I mean, because
I don't know. That's kind of weird, man.
Again, totally forgot Bruce Payne was a Brit. It slipped my mind.
What? How could you? Look at him.
It slipped my mind.
Does he look American?
I mean, after Passion of 57, maybe.
Was he like half British in that too?
No, he had a full.
You have no excuse in my book.
He had a full, like he was like U.S. accent in Passion of 57. So like I didn't know he was a Brit.
I don't know.
I think it wasn't until like Dungeons and Dragons I found out like he was actually a Brit. But
I still don't know how you didn't caught that though, man.
I don't know. I mean, Tim Roth was another one I didn't know was a Brit until like later on. I was like, oh shit, he is a Brit. Damn. So, it is what it is. But but Tim Roth is being the undercover cop that's like he gets in, and he basically, if you're an undercover cop, obviously you have to, especially with these group of people, you have to stick to a story to be very convincing that you actually are what you are. right? You can't just go in, I made it, and that's it. You have to actually have a story that you could tell and all that stuff. And there is like a little subplot of him having to tell a story.
Read lines like he's an actor.
I mean,
Which
on the
to
cover,
me, if you're doing look, I understand, but I feel like that's kind of defeating the purpose of going undercover.
you think so?
Because if you like, I don't know, it feels like if you're going undercover, you got to make it up on the fly, and you can't go by no set story. I don't know. I get a story got to make sense, like the story he was trying to explain about walking in with the dogs and all that.
No, the bathroom story, it does make sense because if you basically if you rehearse that story so much to where number one, you're telling it kind of like how you're telling a joke, which is why God, that line was so dated. Well, pretend you're Don Rickles or something, all right, and you're gonna tell a joke.
That is somebody that aged themselves when they say that Don Rickles. I'm like, holy shit, Don Rickles.
And also, D, as a black man, what black person is going to say, like Don Rickles? What nigga's going to say that?
To be fair, Don Rickles is funny. I get
No,
it.
he isn't.
What?
To white people, he's funny.
You don't think Don Rickles is funny?
Not really.
Really?
Chris, when that movie took place when Def Comedy Jam was coming on. The fuck would Don Rickles be the first thing to hop on this nigga's mind, man?
D, when
over Richard Pryor, over Bill Cosby, over Eddie Murphy, Don Rickles. What, nigga?
D, when Joe Pesci knocked him onto the floor in Casino, Don Rickles.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. See, these are
He's
hilarious.
over there doing like this. Go ahead, do the line, Harris. I know. I can't hold a face.
It's the face that you made. The fuck are you looking at? You.
I like how look. Don Rickles.
He knows so. He knows so that fall.
It was that.
He knows so that fall. I was like, bro, you know so the shit out of that fall. Like,
look. We know what Martin Scorsese wanted out of his actors. Here's Martin in the editing room. That's the best one we got. That was the best tape.
Between that and the shit.
We told Don to hit that floor 4 times. And each one looked worse and worse.
Well, I think they first of all
tried to get a stunt double. No, too young.
First of all, Chris, that shit
too young, too tall.
No. First of all, they cut that shit by the frame because it was frame right there. That one just cut it off.
Did they Poochie us where it's like Poochie had to go to another planet?
I didn't think a man could get hurled to the ground in slow motion, but that's what happened.
I didn't think you could roll around the ground in a mummified position either.
But I will.
My man looked like an out of shape action figure when he hits the floor.
But jokes aside, but I would say jokes aside though, the only reason why I can understand him saying Don Rickles is because Tim Roth is white. So it's like, hey, give him a white.
No, you know why I can understand? You know why I can understand it, Chris? Written, directed by Quentin Tarantino. That's why I can. It's like fucking Don Rickles.
Are you going to sit there and say like Richard Pryor? I'm pretty sure that character Pryor would be like, who the fuck is Richard Pryor? Or maybe he don't give a
shit. Hey Chris, you forget how many white people love Richard Pryor. He said nigger. You forget that.
You're wrong.
You forget that. Now, Eddie Murphy is where you get that kind of like, I never seen Eddie Murphy. You know what I mean? That's where you get that.
Sound like someone losing in Tekken. That's nah, this is better. You know what?
No. Don Rickles did the joke where you hit the ground and then you do that little spasm.
Yeah. So, Devin, you are absolutely right. Could have been worse. He could have said Milton Berle.
See, Milton Berle is where you age yourself up. At least Don Rickles is like,
you age yourself up just as much with Don Rickles. Stop it.
I think, look, it's bound about the same. But if you say like Jackie Mason, okay. What nigga would ever say Jackie Mason?
That's why I was like, you have to kind of give Don Rickles.
There are certain ones. I will say that. I will give you that. If you said Rodney, if you said Rodney Dangerfield, I would have said nothing. I would have said nothing.
Do not get your Nick at Night watching ass out of my face.
To be fair, it is the 90s, so that is Nick at Night.
Yo, Nick at Night watching
I
ass.
want people to understand there were two things as a millennial kid that you told yourself you need to take your ass to bed. When MASH came on, that's when you know it was too goddamn late to be up.
It was 11 o'clock.
Or if you were watching Nickelodeon after Looney Tunes went off, you saw fucking like the Bob Hope show?
No,
and all that shit.
It was
like
nope, no, Chris. It was
I Love Lucy.
No, it was I Love Lucy.
I was going to say,
hold on, I Love Lucy, Bewitched, or I Dream of Jeannie. Why? Because all three had animated openings, and it threw you.
I was going to say because the second Nickelodeon went off the air, you saw that silk booty.
Time to turn.
Speaking of which, is a grown ass man.
For me, if it's Three Stooges, I'm like,
maybe
remote down. I'm gonna watch.
Yeah, let's see where we're going with this. Now, hey guys, real quick, as a grown ass man, I have to say this: Lucy could have got it like every day, every day.
Miss Bell.
Look.
Hey Lucy, we're coming. Hey Lucy, get in the room. I what did? Come on, Lucy.
Okay. There's something about.
She turns around that white woman wagon.
Now here's the thing.
That white woman wagon.
It's one thing to watch.
I need that on a shirt. And we got to go to Jacksonville during spring break. I need it.
I was saying this. There is something to be said.
A white woman wagon.
I'm sorry, Chris. That's a triple dub.
No, but there's something to be said about like how we saw those black and white shows, and then at least for me in my head, I'm like, was there ever color kind of thing, right? Because as a kid, you think like the 50s was just black and white, and then somewhere in like the 60s and 70s, it went to color all of a sudden, right?
I remember asking my parents that question. Hey, Dad, was everything black and white? My dad literally popped me up my side of my head. Like, that's a TV.
Listen, as a kid who paid attention to shit, especially when you watch the old Looney Tunes, when you saw shot in Technicolor, I always wanted to know. I always wanted to know. What was Technicolor? I'm like, oh, so this was originally black and white, and then they colorized it.
Now, here's the thing.
Okay.
Now, D, you're right on Lucille Ball, because like I remember my mom had a Time Life magazine, and they showed like all the actors. It was like one of those things that they had like all the actors that had shows back then, I Dream of Jeannie and all that stuff, and they were all together in like a group photo, and it was in color. And I'm like, oh, that's what they look like. Huh, Lucille Ball actually looks pretty cute. Okay, shit. Lucille
Ball, real talk. I respect her. I respect the living hell out of Lucille Ball.
Yeah.
Really, she like B. Arthur were G's.
Oh yeah.
Where they will walk into a room full of white men. All right, touch, you gotta, and Lucille was like, fuck you. All right, touch, show more your tits. You know, they had to deal with that all their life. The reason why B. Arthur, that's why I hate looking at the picture where they made B. Arthur look modern. It's like, yo, B could have still got it. I want all 6'8" of that, man.
You got AI artists got nerve to give B. Arthur a fucking BBL.
Yo, look, I hope they don't. I didn't see no BBL on it. Now they did that. Now they did that for Blanche on Golden Girls, and I was like,
of course,
here's me. You just put a rocket pack on a Corvette. You didn't have to do it, but you did it.
You're like the Hangover sequels, unnecessary.
It's unnecessary, but I'm not saying take it off.
I mean, my thing is, it
was like Nicki Minaj the first time she got the butt bump. I said the first time, not the second time, because after that it was like, you know, Chung Lee hips on top of Chung Lee hips, and that was just dumb.
Can I be real for a second? I don't know.
Gross.
I just gotta be real.
Aesthetically wrong.
When I found out, real quick, that you actually have to do like maintenance checks on BBLs, I was like, oh, I thought this was like a one-time thing, and
no.
I didn't know it was maintenance checks.
No, it is like a Mercedes. When you get to 5,000 miles, you gotta bring it into the.
I honest to God did not know. I just thought you got the BBL and you just had to like maintain it with health and all that shit. I did not know it was like maintenance.
CJ, one wrong twerk and your check engine light cuts on.
I honest to God.
Imagine you in the club, you dancing with a girl. Yeah, I know. I love this song. Dude, what's that? That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. And I know y'all nasty assholes. There's a few of y'all
with the Dr.
The
Miami.
engine light that went off a long time ago.
I'm looking at one was it what's her face? Zion's chick. Her.
Ew.
Who?
Yeah. You know her. You know who it is. The chick that was all being crazy girlfriend that thought she was going to be able to lead the industry on Zion and shit.
Oh, you talking about porn star girl?
Yeah.
Mariah Mills.
Yeah. Her shit went off like
that's ridiculous.
Ago.
Nah. Her check engine light went off when that bald-headed look. I ain't going into that. The point
sir, no. I'm gonna sum it up and we can get back to this movie. That's a shot alternator. All right. Anyway,
man, one of her shocks went out.
No. A shot alternator, sir. How the hell are you even getting around?
Hopes and dreams.
Boy, man, one of her pistons busted in her butthole in a booty.
5,000 claps.
Every 5,000 claps, just bring it in the Jiffy Lube. Be good to your bud. No, be good to your God, I can't think of it. Be good to your dog, so your dog could be good to you.
But anyway,
Jiffy Lube.
No, but speaking of which, so going back though, I just like how again Mr. Blonde does not give
double A MCO.
BBL.
Double B, Bonda, and an L.
Yeah.
Got a botch BBL. Hit up Michael and Son.
If you got a BBL,
Michael and Son.
109.80 to 300 BBL today.
Extra motors, BBL.
The general does not cover BBL.
For the greatest BBL shirts online, come to the general and save some time. Imagine Shaquille O'Neal in the club. I see that ass. The general on that. The general in there got a drink in his hand. He behind a girl already. Oh God.
No,
We're giving you tips, Hollywood.
But no,
we're giving you tips.
Mr. Blonde,
Three Black Geeks podcast, y'all. Like the videos, please.
Nah, but Mr. Blonde, what I love about him is that his I don't give a fuck attitude extends out to he is literally told by Mr. White, hey, look after these two while we get rid of these cars. Don't touch them, just look after them. We'll be back.
Nice guy Eddie, basically.
Yeah.
Nice guy Eddie tells them, hey, look after the car. Like, listen, like Pink, White, you're with me. We're gonna go take these cars. How much you want to bet they took in the Monster Joe's truck and tow?
You know they did.
Sure, they didn't say
exactly.
It. They didn't say it in the movie, but come on, it's the Tarantino verse.
It's the Tino verse.
It's the Tino verse. You know they went to Monster Joe's like tucking.
What I love about it is that Mr. Blonde immediately is taking off his jacket and is like, oh yeah, we're gonna have some fun because my man, the cop says the magic word. That's all I know. You could torture me all day. And I was like, why did you say torture, sir?
Well,
why?
Hold on. Because first of all, Chris, when he said, and I quote, this can't, we can't have this. He's pretty much seen all of us now. The cop having the nerve to say this. I haven't been looking at anything. Shut the fuck up, man. The cop actually, now, as much as he's tied up and shit, he's looking down going, I didn't see anything. Bro, you've seen what the guys look like. You did. You've seen what they look like.
I would have punched him twice, actually. It would have been just once. I would have hit him twice.
So the most terrifying thing that you can hear a bad guy who shot up a diamond store, like a jewelry store, like full of people, as well as cops on his way out and took you hostage. The most terrifying thing you can hear that person say once everybody left is alone at last.
That's a psychopath right there. That's a guy that I'm like, look, if I'm somebody that's tied up and I see Michael Madsen, just go ahead and punch my ticket to heaven right now. I'm done. Just go ahead and do that.
No. See, if I'm left in the room with him, the man starts playing freaking K Billy sounds of the 70s, and he's doing
split my throat right now.
Hold up. Wait. And he's doing white guy gangster dances.
First off, that is the white man two-step. Don't get it twisted.
Gangster freaking two-step with a blade in his hand. I'm like, dude, just get it over with, man.
Just kill me now. Just kill me. Just kill me now. That's look, there are deaths in movies that I'm just like, go ahead and just kill me. If a face hugger gets on me, I'm looking at both of y'all. Just go ahead and just shoot me in the head right now. I don't need this agonizing death here, please.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Torture was on the table.
Oh yeah. He was immediately like, oh, torture. Yes.
You ain't lying because the second that beat, he's on the run for pain. Stuck in the middle with you.
Bro, my man's over here doing this shit. He's like,
every time I look on your face.
Wait. And they had the nerve to hit this shit.
Oh no!
Stand on him. I'm like, no, cut it.
Best scene.
I gotta be real. I saw that. Hey, Mike, you can't dance for shit. I'm gonna be real. I let Diddy Bops go, but just by your Diddy bopping, I can tell you can't dance.
The best part of that sequence, though, to me, it's a little bit of a technical thing, but I love it because it's the "I'll be right back," and when he steps out, the song just mutes because obviously when you step out, you don't hear it. And most other movies would just keep the song playing because we need the soundtrack to the movie to still play when he's walking out. It's like, no. Mute
that
that
movie would cost $1 million. Quentin didn't clear all the rights to that song. Probably.
I like how he's going out to get the gas hand and it mutes the song and he's doing there. And I like how it goes to where you would think the song would be at when you leave for like 2 seconds to go get something outside and come back, and it keeps continuing and it just works. Again, it's a minor technical thing, but I like it. I do dig.
I like how the one thing I appreciate, because a lot of movies didn't do that back in the 90s. They do it now. It's so usual now to hear it. It's just the sound editing that did happen. And it does kind of go with that. When he left out, I liked how you just heard the city around. You're hearing kids outside and all the rest of that. And you go back in there and there's this. It's just one of those things just to give you the contrast. It's sort of like when you look at God, I don't know which Friday the 13th it was. I think it was Jason Goes to Hell, but I like how they kill Jason, the cops pack up and they leave, and all this chaos, and all of a sudden it just goes to you hearing crickets and stuff like nothing was touched out there. It's one of the most creepiest sound effects. I love how they do that.
No, D, that was Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah, that was. I was trying to figure one of them. It's actually very creepy how they do it too.
You see the cops disperse, and you see the camp just go back to darkness and silence.
Yeah,
and it's just like
as if nothing was there.
I gotta be honest with you.
And I love that. And I love it because I know the filmmaker did this. It's downhill from here, man. Downhill from here. He eats his heart out, so we're going to need all of it.
Appreciate the dollar, sir.
Appreciate it.
Now, I will say this. I gotta imagine when he put that gas on him and stuff, his cut ear was stinging like a motherfucker when that gas.
All right. Now, Chris,
hold on. Open wound and ethanol.
Now, guys, can y'all tell me that? Now, am I getting this wrong? I never had that happen to me on the open wound. Is that similar to alcohol on the open wound?
Oh, yes, it is.
Alcohol.
Okay, I never had gasoline on like a cut or anything like that, so I don't know.
Somebody that accidentally, because I was defueling
shit.
Put this way, I defueled a plane, and some of it spilled on my skin, and it stung for a minute because it's alcohol, like it's gas. Like when it hits your skin, it's gonna hit. And this is just my regular skin, and obviously you gotta go wash it off. Now imagine you have an open wound and you got fucking gas hitting on it. I know that shit had to sting like a motherfucker. I know it had to.
Let's also keep in mind you're splashing fucking whether that was gasoline, kerosene, either way, you're splashing flammable shit on an open wound. Hi, infection. How are you?
Well, here's the thing, Earth. He's missing a whole ear. I think the gasoline is actually probably helping corduroy.
Yeah.
That dude, it is a pretty good effect of a. You know what? All right.
He said that's plain fuel.
Hey, plane fuel is still
Air. Hey, Chris, come on. It's not like he can melt steel beams. God damn it. I thought I could make it through that joke. I really thought I could make it through that joke without laughing.
Conspiracy theorists are not beating those fucking dumbass allegations and saying
I love jet fuel of all fuels. Can't melt nothing in steel. Like, I love. Okay.
20,000 degrees worth of jet fuel somehow.
I like how this one dude showed the example. Hey, they're right, but they're wrong. You want to know why? It doesn't melt, but you know what it does? Here, Ben, you dumb shit. I'm like, thank you.
You really thought that building was made out of adamantium?
Like, come on, man. What? Vibranium was
vibranium.
What? Vibranium? Come on. Vibranium wasn't found until 1991, and you know that.
I swear to you, New Yorkers thought the Twin Towers was made out of fucking adamantium and vibranium the way they were.
You had to be around. You had to be around because New Yorkers had this thing. Hey, the tower's supposed to be fucking here forever. Like, what made you think that?
I mean,
was it made out of the same stone that the Colosseums were made out of, or something? What?
No, D, I can answer that. See, when you have a fire that's been burning in 130 something floor building for over an hour, yeah, you kind of be inclined to believe that the building would keep standing, despite the fact that the whole building is on fire from the inside.
From the inside.
Now, granted, I did like how after both buildings went over, that people start throwing up examples. They start throwing up examples of some fire that happened in 1938, another one that happened in 63, another one that happened in 51.
Wow,
a fire that of a burning building that burned for like 8 hours straight and it never went down.
But then ignore the fact that a fucking airline fucking plane smacked into it. So apparently, fuck physics, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, God, we can go ahead.
What you trying to say? I got that from a close friend of ours. What you trying to say? Kablooey on a tower. Okay, look. So
also, you ever heard of air? You know when air gets compressed, it only has one place to go, and that's out. And what's the thinnest thing that it can go out from? Windows. But no, though that was a controlled demolition. That was explosions. That's air being released out of the window as the floors go down one after another.
Every conspiracy theorist errors. Every conspiracy theorist.
You don't mean that shit. You just running your mouth.
Which I like how Mr. Pink. This is why.
I'm sorry that a building. I'm sorry that an airplane asked a building, "Are you okay?" and Buster wolfed it.
I like how.
Yeah. I'm very sorry that the second plane said Tiger D.
No, that was the level 3 Tiger.
Genocide.
Let's get back. All right.
Hey! Before anybody can say anything,
a leaping up.
We were in high school. We were seniors in high school when it happened. We can talk.
Also, we could talk.
We witnessed it.
Also, we could talk because the Pentagon got fucking.
Also, we're in DC. I know a lot of people like to say, "Oh man, New York is the most secure city." Bitch, we live in Washington DC. Do you want to know the checkpoints we seen in the city? Get out of my face, bro. I don't want to hear it.
Speaking of dueling arguments, I like how there was a sort of dueling conspiracy theory and the actual truth coming out because Mr. Pink is actually the audience that's speaking the truth. Like, nah, we have a rat, and it's that motherfucker right there bleeding. And Mr. White like, nah, he's cool. I vouch for him.
I like how your boy Whitey was like, nah, I connected with this guy. I connected with him.
You really gonna?
We spoke in the back seat.
No, you really.
I promised him he was going to live.
No, you really gonna tell me? You really gonna sit here and tell me that because you decided to have this on-screen
heart-to-heart conversation?
No. Hold on, Chris. You had this on-screen, off-screen father-son dynamic.
I believe him. He's cool.
What? No, hold on.
No. You tell the truth.
Wait. outside of getting shot in the gut, what part of him says that he's not a rat?
Thank you.
Because he got it in the job.
And actually, that was like the most luckiest of shots because he happened to open the door and the lady had a
Bro,
gun.
you know the best part about that was a fadeaway shot because he fell back and shot her.
Hey man, equal opportunity. I know somebody would be like, "Why did it have to be a woman?" Hey, she drew first. All right, this is Greedo.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
That was the Greedo shooting first. Greedo shot first, so Han had to retaliate.
I'm just saying, look, here's my thing. Yes, she caught that man in the gut. She caught one in the chest. I hate using this term. Game la game. What the fuck did you think was gonna come out of that? Yeah?
The only one out of Quentin Tarantino's movies that I would be like, yeah, she didn't deserve that was when fucking Ving Rhames accidentally shot the fucking lady that was walking on the sidewalk and she took it on the side of the leg in Pulp Fiction when you chase after Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
It was the funniest shot because it was like
I was gonna say, did you not like it? Because it was hilarious. I was
hilarious.
just about to say
it
that.
was hilarious because it was the most random. This one in Reservoir Dogs, I laughed because it was like, it's like, well,
Now
took the body and threw it out. I'm like, well, hey, she deserved that.
You know, speaking of like,
She deserved it. She deserved getting killed for defending her condom.
I mean, Mr.
Hey,
Brown,
it's gangster rules. Don't pull the trigger if you want to be a killer.
Hey, I didn't know you could survive for like 5 seconds more in life after getting shot in the head, but Mr. Brown proved it.
dude, he was able to drive around 2 blocks.
All right, Chris. Now here's the funny thing.
Now I know real life there have been people that survive like shots to the head. I know that.
There are people that survive getting a fucking railroad spike to the head and stuff like that. I will never understand. The human body is the biggest cheat code in the world because I have no idea how some people just survive this shit. But you know what makes it great, Chris? For those people that survive attacks like that, a year, 8 to 2 years later, their body goes, "Oh yeah, that happened."
Because the thing is, people that get shot in the head, it's like it's a medical miracle. It avoided the rough parts in the brain, and I'm like,
I love when that happens. The doctor goes, "No, it went in and went out." That he's lucky that it went in and went out and didn't bounce around anywhere. You know, come on, that's how he lived.
Now I don't know if you guys had mentioned it while I was away, but probably one of my favorite exchanges between Mr. White and Mr. Pink was that whole scene in the back room leading up to them like going back out and figuring what to do.
Good Lord, it was a lot of dialogue. Lord, it was a lot of just back and forth.
It's one of my personally, it's one of my favorite back and forths. But I remember, I do remember the line when they were trying to figure out what the hell are we going to do about Orange. Like, should we just take him to a doctor or a hospital or something? Like, what do we do? Hell, he doesn't know anything about us. Note the hesitation from White. Well, he knows a little bit about me. What? You didn't tell him your name, did you? I told him my first name and where I was from. Why? I told him where I was from a few days ago. It was just natural conversation. And what was telling your name when you weren't supposed to? He asked.
Mr. Pink.
What
was the reason? What was the reason?
I just explained the reason.
Mr. Pink is the only one with logic.
Hang on.
When Stephen Buscemi is the only one with logic in the whole movie.
Hang on. We had just gotten away from the cops. He just got shot. It was my fault that he got shot. He's a fucking bloody mess. He's screaming. I swear to God, I thought he was going to die right then and there. I'm trying to comfort him, telling him not to worry. Everything's going to be okay. I'm going to take care of him. And he asked me what my name was. The man was dying in my arms. What the fuck was I supposed to do?
Not say his name. You should have said I'm Mr. Rogers.
No.
Shit, anything, nigga.
I got it.
I'm Homer Simpson. Something.
Tell him sorry. I can't give out that fucking information. It's against the rules. I don't trust you enough. Or maybe I should have, but I couldn't. Fuck you and fuck Joe.
I like how Joe
and hold on, Chris.
That's actually the best part of that scene. After all that talking, they come to head right there. That's the best part to me, man.
Hey, hang on, Mr. Pig. Very sarcastically speaking. Oh, I'm sure it was a very beautiful scene between you. Do not fucking patronize me.
Dude, I like how Joe later on, before they had that Mexican standoff, again, like Mr. Pink, like, nah, that motherfucker's a snitch. And he's like, yeah, he got Mr. Blue and Mr. Brown killed. They're dead.
Actually, no, Pink never assumed that Orange was the rat. In fact,
no, I said Joe. No, I said Joe.
Oh, yeah, Joe.
Yeah, Joe later on. That's when he was like, dead as Dillinger. And I was like, okay, that's funny.
See, and the fact that he said, "Oh, of all people, that's still, like where the hell is where the hell is Blue?" They said, "Oh yeah, Blue's dead," and I was like, "How? Like when? When did he die?"
He got the Bambi father treatment, bro.
Oh yes, he did.
Simple and plain.
The Bambi mother treatment. You mean
the Bambi mother treatment? Yeah, the Bambi mother treatment.
No, run into the thicket.
Best line to me though.
Off screen.
Best line to me though. Why am I Mr. Pink? Because you're a faggot. All right, Jesus. It's like, god damn, like.
But then again, why do I got to be Mr. Brown? I mean, it kind of sounds like Mr. Shit.
Joe's logic though, I like his logic on why he chose the name. He's like, no, because all y'all gonna fucking argue over who gets what name. No,
it wasn't that. It was Pink says, "Come on, can I just change my name to like Mr. Black or something?"
No, that's what I'm saying. It's still tied into everybody arguing over who's going to get what name, and he's like, no. You're going to argue over who's going to get like Black. And
no, he specifically said he wants to be Mr. Black. When no one said they wanted to be Black, he said, "Well, can I just be Mr. Black?" No, because what happens is if somebody ends up being Mr. Black, you guys are going to argue amongst yourselves about like back and forth about who gets to be Mr. Black. Now, I'm like, wow, nobody actually argued to be Black except Pink just wanted to change his name and he wanted to exchange Pink with White.
It's like, we're not doing
well, Eris, as you know, most white men don't want to be Black. God damn it. Fucked up my joke. But you don't admit by that.
I mean, look, there is, yeah.
Son, going with what you said about Joe, pretty much putting two and two together that Orange was the rat. Like, White asked him, "Well, how do you know this?" He was the only one that I wasn't 100% on. I should have had my fucking head examined going with a plan when I wasn't even 100%. That's your proof? You don't need proof when you got instinct.
Yeah, it's called you're an old white man that's lived 100 years. Of course, that's your instinct. Like,
hey, Chris, leave that ancient white man alone, okay?
I need you to stop picking on the relic in this movie, all right?
I need you to stop talking about Ed Eisner's brother for 2.5 seconds.
That's
right?
a guy that was at Arkansas.
Normandy. That was a guy that was at Normandy on D-Day.
First of all, sir, that is one Lawrence James Tierney.
That dude was with the Little Rock 12 that was going to integrated schools. All right, no.
That nigga was throwing rocks at Martin Luther King when he was Selma.
He probably shot MLK. All right, come on. What are we talking?
Chris, again, the la le lule low. Okay, stop that.
He was already got la le lule low. In fact, he's like if what's the character that was in the fucking that was like fucking
what Houseman?
No.
Jim Houseman.
No. He was like Zero that was like fucking, buzzing and shit because he can't talk. That's basically.
Yeah. That was Zero.
Yeah. That's Joe.
He did like have a lot of zeroism in him.
Joe would be if Zero could actually talk and walk. Basically, that's really all it was.
I always believed that Zero off of Metal Gear Solid sounded like Kane. I am
Mr. Stephen Hawking. I am the lale lule low.
I still don't understand who in WWF is like this. What we do? Put a little joke to this day. This is going to be a gimmick. It's going to last forever. Who was the one that come up with that?
My goofy ass watching it. Oh my God! Can't speak, guys. Did you see this?
The bar was this high back then, and none of us knew that. None of us knew.
I think this
is why I talk cash shit about the Attitude Era. It's some of the most retarded shit you would ever see.
I told Eris this is 9th grade, and I told like, "Yo, Eris, did you see Monday Night Raw? You fucking Kane spoke." And Eris was like, "Yeah, That was something.
Yeah.
No, my nigga said he shot Lincoln.
You imagine?
Oh, real story, y'all. Real story. Okay, real story. Okay, y'all know. All right, guys. You know when everybody goes straight down to Waldorf on Route 5, and you see that old farm that's been there for years. I did not know that was John Wilkes Booth's people's land.
Yeah, that was.
It's actually a historic site.
Okay, yeah. The Surratt House was his checkpoint before.
That was his checkpoint. It was his checkpoint. But you know, right before you get into Waldorf, right? Right before you get into Waldorf.
No, the Surratt House. That's his
checkpoint 1.
No, not checkpoint, sir. It's where
that
you
was
go. No, it's where you go in Final Fantasy, where you have to check into the hotel, you sleep in the house, and you sleep in the bed, and that's how you save your game.
I want people to understand something.
So the Surratt House was his memory card.
Ford Theater to Clinton is a smooth 30 minutes.
Drive.
30 minutes on a good day. Okay.
Wait a minute. Ford Theater from Clinton.
30 minutes on a good day.
I'm gonna say 25, but still.
Now imagine back then,
a whole lot of dirt road.
On horseback.
On horseback. Well, I don't know, John.
That's dedication.
That's dedication. On horseback, on a limp leg, because he broke his fucking leg stage diving off the fucking damn thing after he shot. Yeah. John Wilkes Booth hauled ass down south to a Point Lookout, and that was a ride.
I want to know how they see. That's the shit that get me. Was just people were they just killing the horses back then to get that far in that amount of time, man? Because even if I give you a full 2 hours, that's still ridiculous.
D, to answer your question, yeah, if the horse happened to step into a gopher hole and fuck up his leg, then yes.
Hey. Brian ain't wrong on this one because they really did make John Wilkes Booth like a badass after he shot Lincoln. Bullshit. He ain't lying.
Came in there with a side jump.
Yo, because I know what movie.
All they was missing was Ghetto Boys playing in the background. Lincoln turning around.
I know what movie Brian's talking about because they really did have like John Wilkes Booth shoot Lincoln. He did like a combat roll off the phone. Like he broke his leg. Like he didn't just cut. Like what?
That motherfucker shot him, jumped over the banister, fell onto the motherfucker.
It's like Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. That's a goofy ass movie, by the way.
That movie was awesome. That movie was awesome.
I love it.
No, it wasn't. No, Chris. I was being fucking sarcastic. It was terrible.
Anthony Mackie.
The ending. No, it's when they was on the train and the ending that made no sense. That ruined the whole movie for me.
Anthony Mackie as the good black man to help.
As the good nigger. I'm sorry, the good black person.
Apparently, vampire.
Oh, Lord, Master Lincoln, how we gonna do that? He didn't say that, y'all.
Not quite. He was Anthony Mackie.
Close to it.
He
was close to going. I was just a dumb nigga. He was that close. He was flirting.
Sir, when you get Anthony Mackie, you're getting Anthony Mackie. Just like you got Anthony Mackie Tupac. That wasn't Tupac. That was Anthony Mackie trying to be Tupac, being Anthony Mackie. That's what you got out of this.
That nigga said that shit.
6
Simple Tyrannus. And when he did that shit, that was
Furious Rex.
That was on the same note. That was on the same level of a.
Sir, that was Anthony Mackie cosplaying Tupac.
It really was, and I still prefer that over the Tupac movie. I will tend
to Tupac movie. I'm sorry. Wait. You said the Tupac movie? Oh, you mean a movie that was this?
It's false. No way. Not this time. We created it. It's totally made up. Pure fiction. We made this one up.
I gotta be real. I feel Reservoir Dogs is a real thing that happened in real life. Honestly, I think somewhere in America there was a Reservoir Dogs situation that happened.
Especially the part that me and Eris like when guy Michael Madsen's character when he got out of jail,
Blonde,
he saw his
when Blonde got out,
and he saw Eddie, and they immediately started wrestling, and Eddie was talking about he took black dick. It had black semen coming out of his mouth.
Why are you gay?
It was some of the, white people. Here's the thing.
That dialogue.
Why are y'all niggas so gay?
No, that dialogue.
It was like he was jealous, wasn't it?
No,
but he had a black guy.
Hang on. First of all, First of all, the wrestling in The Office.
Die.
Okay. And then second, hey, it's like, hey, Dad, you see that? He got me on the ground. He tried to fuck me.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
I like how Joe went peak white dad and said, "Quit playing grab ass." Basically,
Man says, stop. Like, enough of that shit. If you want to roll around, you do it at his office, not mine.
Take all your gay activities to your place. I'm not saying I'm against it. I just don't want to see it.
Sir, that is a man that was born in 1919. You know he is racist and homophobic.
Now, make America great again.
He would not be of this world long enough to even utter those words, sir.
Sir, he would. Sir, if he was still alive, he'd be at January 6th.
He probably would be.
He wouldn't be able to walk.
Yeah, dude. I said the man was born in 1919.
Chris.
So he was at Dunkirk, is what you're saying.
Chris. He would have been looking at the
footage.
At
the Gettysburg Address, sir.
He would have been looking at the footage at the hospice going, those are true patriots.
And then dies with a happy face.
Hours later.
No. You know, those are true patriots. Sir. Joe Biden's the president.
No. He saw a clip.
Let's just be real. He died when Barack Obama became the president. That's
no.
Actually,
He survived that. He actually died when he saw that clip of Cap Joe Biden giving the shield to black.
He was active. First of all, he was active, as an actor from 1943 until 1999.
When did he die?
He died
99, right?
He died February 26, 2002, at the age of 82.
Wow, year we graduated.
Mm-hmm.
2002.
Did a lot of
whites. What devastating thing happened to the whites back then that we can say he died of?
9/11.
9/11?
No, he would have died a month after 9/11. So no, we can't say that.
No, we can say 9/11 because that lingered for quite a while.
Sir, he was also born in New York City, so
it lingers for quite a while. Look, we said it best. As Americans, we had like 3 days where we were all on the same page, and then it went to fuck those Muslims. I'm just saying.
Those are hell of a words coming out of your mouth. Fuck the Muslims, my nigga.
Hey, it was 3 days, and white folks went straight to the Islamophobia. And I'm like, wow. I thought
we went from being like this.
Thank you.
To fuck.
It was like Monday to Wednesday. We were this.
Thursday.
By Friday, it was business as usual.
We had a good run. We were like, man, we were really.
You know what happened?
That was a fast ass 6 months.
You know what happened? Because they was like this. We was together, and all of a sudden, somebody stood up. So, we're killing these tower heads or not? Yeah. And let me tell y'all something. There are some Islamic slurs that y'all not heard that us millennials will go like, it's been a while since I heard that one. Boy, they was dirty to anybody that looked like it was from over there. They were dirty to them, man. Whatever.
If your name started with the words "ha" and ended with "b," it's a wrap.
If you had L in your name and a dash,
if your name sounded like a throat clear.
Fuck that. You can be having a regular day with this person, smiling like I don't know what, right? No! You can be having a regular ass day with this nigga. The second he sees you turning towards the mosque, he's like, we bombing it tomorrow.
I'm that serious. If your name really did sound like a throat clear, it was on site.
You gotta understand, it's like racism was.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was.
Boy, when Howard, after that 1 week was up, Howard's like, I'm getting right back on it. You ain't lying.
I want people to understand. we were here in America with racism, right? Where it's like, if you were just a black person, it's like you got the N-word thrown at you. It's like, well, it's like Sue said, business as usual. Okay, you wrong for that one.
You were wrong as shit.
We were here.
That's Rev Metreon Zento, like, get him.
We were
that
here.
one right there. He's right there, officer.
In America, we were here with racism, right? And it's like 9/11, it went from this to...
Because you got to realize, the second that happened, the second 9/11 happened, a lot of white people in their 20s and early 30s were doing like in-home aerobics, lifting weights, watching Three Kings going, we got to get our country back.
and hold up, and listening to Eminem D12 fight music on repeat.
I love that song, but white people
as
really
a person
did
that
fuck
was
that
in
song.
hey, Christopher, as a person that was in the military, I'm so sorry. All the white boys that were ready to go to war kept on playing Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. I am so sorry. I am so sorry that Drowning Pool may be one of the worst bands ever made, but nobody would know because what?
You take that back. You take that back right now, sir.
Drowning Pool was one album. That's all they were, and barely one song. Eris.
No, D. You say that because the lead singer died.
Eris, I want you right now. Crack off 3 songs.
Godsmack.
3 songs that's not let the bodies hit the
him.
floor. 3 songs that's not let the bodies hit the floor. Go.
Tear Away.
Nobody knows that song.
Shut up. Tear Away. Center. All Over Me.
Okay, you know what? He said he told you to shut up as he's naming songs. That's a fan. That is a fan.
That's a fan. That's a fan. I pity you, but you're a fan. You're
kiss my ass. I'm gonna listen.
Hey, Eris.
This ain't you metal.
Eris, real talk. Real talk. This ain't you knowing White Zombie songs. This is you picking a mediocre band and knowing it.
I gotta be real with you. Eris is the guy that will wear a Drowning Pool shirt and nobody will ever question he's a fan. It's like
question it.
He's a fan. Fuck. He ain't a poser.
Exactly.
Eris will piss off a white guy that's like, fuck, this nigga knows fucking Drowning Pool. Like
It's going to kill him, but we want to kill him, but the short one knows Drowning Pool. Yeah, I know Drowning Pool.
Like, nigga,
and then they pull out a look, and then they say, "Do you like Puddle of Mud? Who? Kill him."
I like All Over Me and Center and Tear Away like more than I like Bodies. Like Bodies, I probably listen to. Like
Bodies was mainstream as shit.
It was super mainstream.
Hey, Eris, you do realize you like that one nigga that can name 4 songs off of that one Emil album? He exists. His name is Tremaine. He wishes that hip hop could get back to where it was.
No,
to its roots.
That's what you sound like. That's all I'm saying.
I'm sorry.
This is not you liking Jimmy.
You
Look,
don't
nigga.
like the God.
No, I'm just saying, nigga. This is not you. This is not you spitting off Jimmy Eat World songs. Okay, you're spitting off.
First off, I don't know a single black person that listens to Jimmy Eats World.
Oh, they're quite Eris. Hey, Chris, I'm sorry to say this to you. There's quite a few of them.
I mean, D, you were fine when you.
I'm not one of them.
In this area,
D, you were fine when you.
Chris, I hate to tell you this, and this is going to be a shocker. You're not white enough.
Like D, you were fine when you said like fucking White Zombie and Rob Zombie. Like both of y'all were fine with that, okay?
It's a White Zombie.
It's like this. He has a cult following. There ain't nobody like, hey, bassist, that was with Drowning Pool. We trying to get a reunion too. Ain't nobody doing that.
Granted,
it sounds like I'm wrong. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, and listen, I might be in that pool of, no pun intended. I might be in that pool of Drowning Pool fans that just like the first album. Like, I really like the first album. I can go back and listen to it like anytime, all the time.
Sure,
so,
I believe you. You're my best friend. I can believe you.
I'm keeping it real.
Where's the Muslims now? This nagger.
Muslims.
Now this nagger.
The Muslims. I like how you put a double O on there, my nigga. Like, there was no need of you doing that, but you did it. And I love the fact that you did it.
The message boards back in 2001 was saying all those things.
I like how people. I like how
he likes Jimmy Eat World.
Oh, whoa! Get that fan. can see he's probably already singing that shit. Oh, whoa!
Hold on. To book in that.
We got the echo.
Oh, we're echoing. I don't know who's echoing. Okay, cool. But now we cut to Carson Daly looking like he's dying inside on TRL saying, now at number 2, Jimmy Eats World.
One of these 18-year-olds give me head. Look. Look. I hate to tell y'all favorite rappers and rockers and TV personalities all slept with underage girls. You're just gonna have to deal with that.
Looking at you,
You're gonna have to deal with that.
Looking at you, Pauly Shore. Love you to death, but
look at here. Looking at you, corpse of DMX. Oh, I know you did some dirt. I love X. I love X. That screamed like a nigga that stayed outside of a high school one time.
Sir, if art imitates life, Belly was the true story of him getting with Vita. So,
Eric, hey, Chris, stop that. That was Irv Gotti. Anyway, Irv Gotti is the epitome of that too.
My man,
Irv Gotti stood outside of a high school waiting for Ashanti to look at him.
Ashanti breathes now. Irv Gotti, what the fuck is that bitch want? I'm like, whoa, dude, chill. Like,
what she want? I bet she don't want to fuck me again. To make me. I bet she don't want to be with somebody like me again.
Yo,
fuck Nelly.
that girl got back to Nelly and they both happy. And Irv was just living.
Look. I am glad I'm wrong about Nelly and Ashanti. I'm actually really legit glad I'm wrong about those two. I'm glad they're going to have a good life.
By the way, Chris,
until Nelly finds a way to fuck it up again.
By the way, Chris, if you had told me, with me going in on what's that name? Cold. Now, if I said, dude, I fucking love Cold. Now, if you'd have hit me with name such and such songs, yeah, I'd have been stuck because the only one I would name would have been Just Got Wicked.
True.
Here's your Eris. Cold was so cold. That's Static X, nigga. Leave me alone. Speaking of which, I own 2 Static X albums. I got like 3 songs in memory.
Name one of them.
I'm pushing it to say 3.
How did it feel being the only black person to walk in the Suncoast buying those albums?
Do you want to know? No, hold on. Real talk. First off, Chris, you give me too much credit. You think I was giving them money? Second of all, you'll be shocked. Again, you'll be shocked at the number of niggas that like Static X. You be shocked.
No,
that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that they're super fans.
I know there is a segment of black people that like Static X. I was just giving you shit for.
No, they didn't. But I think they did.
Your wish.
I don't think they did, but I think they did.
Look. There are certain white bands that I will never in a black section say that I listen to. Evanescence being one of them.
I love Evanescence.
I love Evanescence. But you really think I'm gonna go to a black cookout and be like, hey, y'all listen to Evanescence? They would kick me out of that cookout.
Look. It takes a level of boldness.
No, D. Sorry, Chris. They would attempt to kick you out at least 2, 3 max. Toe tapping.
Wake me up, wake me.
No, over there.
At least 3 are toe tapping.
Some over there. Perfect by nature. Around. Sorry. No. So there's a couple of them songs. If you know a black person that know the Evanescence album, y'all singing, not singing. Y'all singing.
Look.
And then hit your corny ass cousin. I know Linkin Park.
Everybody knows Linkin Park, sir. Get the hell out with your basic ass.
Ass out of here, nigga.
Look. 2001 to 2004 was my Evanescence phase. All right, I had moments of listening to.
I just wanted to bang Amy. I ain't gonna fake, and then I realized she was a whore, and I didn't like her. And I'm not talking, every guy in the band whore. I'm talking spotlight whore. That's a different type of whore.
Speaking of which,
it sucks, man.
The story that Mr. Orange tells about the bathroom, I laugh because there's something surreal about he's telling the story.
It's the most unbelievable, believable story.
It's some shit that it's like, okay, it's a type of story that you would tell when you're around a group of friends at a party and you're drunk and they all eat that story up because, like you said, it sounds so fucking believable. And I think that's what makes that whole thing of him being undercover work that he was that when his boy told him you don't have to memorize every line by line, but you can still make it up and just give them key pieces and make it your own.
Yeah, that's why I said that you got to go into this thing being the perfect actor. Yeah, that's the whole point of being.
You can't be too perfect because everybody sniffs it out. So you have to,
But trust me, a good actor is harder to sniff out than a bad one. Because a shitty actor, they're gonna sniff out some holes in your stories. There.
Well, apparently Joe, being the old man, was like, "Nah, he's a cop. I know it."
Even though he might not have been 100%, but my man still. What proof did you have? Because I'm with Harvey Keitel on this. What's your proof?
Like, because here's my thing. Here's
besides your instinct, what did somebody tip you off and tell you that he's a cop? Because how the hell did you know?
The only thing that I can figure Joe is it's that old white man intuition, which that's a thing in movies if you think about it, because it's always that one person's like, I had my suspicions, even though there was, like you said, there's no concrete proof.
Yeah.
But like maybe it's the fact that Joe never had a one-on-one time with him. Maybe that's a suspicion.
Yeah, that probably would have been his whole 100%. Like I wasn't 100% on because I didn't have any one-on-one time with him. Now, I mean, what the hell would you want to do? First, like what the hell do you want to do, man? First to 5 in Street Fighter 2?
Super Turbo.
No, this is 92, bro. This is regular ass World Warrior Street Fighter 2.
He sniffs out Mr. Orange because he picks fucking Dalsim. What kind of white man picks Dalsim?
Gonna pick the flaming nigger?
You're gonna pick the flaming nigger?
What, the one that eats the curry and farts it? I bet his whole house smells like an elephant. Or something really messed up and racist,
Because Joe looks like a bison. He looks like a bison player.
He's got a pocket Balrog.
You think so?
He's got.
I got a question. How do you look like a bison player?
Bison.
Something very dictator about him, D.
Yeah, very dictatorish.
Thank you, Brian. There literally was a Capcom arcade cabinet.
Hey, that was Quentin flexing his nerdum a little bit in this movie because there wasn't there an X-Men poster.
It was a Silver Surfer poster.
It was Silver Surfer.
In a Fantastic Four name drop,
and it was also a deep cut of I don't know. It was a DC one. I think it was on Cowboy something.
Oh yeah, it was like next to the Silver Surfer poster.
Yeah, I forgot what it was, but I'm shocked that you didn't catch that, Chris. I'm actually shocked that you didn't catch that.
I saw the Silver Surfer one, but like,
yeah.
Okay, real talk.
The famous Silver Surfer, that one.
Silver Surfer, I gotta say, I'm not gonna say I'm deep in the lore of Silver Surfer, but white people love the fuck out of Silver Surfer, don't they?
Yeah, they did. It was a thing in the 90s.
Like there's some older Gen X black people that love Silver Surfer too, but it's like white people just.
Hey, son, let me tell you something.
You don't want that.
No, Chris, I got this. Going back to what I said earlier in this podcast, there's things that I asked for, and then there's things that I never spoke into existence. What you just said is the latter.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want, look.
Yes, he did, Brian. He said that he looked like the Thing from Fantastic Four.
The Jewish guy.
Which Joe did say. Joe does look like the Thing.
That's very messed up.
It's messed up, but it ain't wrong.
He actually looked like Nick Nolte's character, Chris.
Which Nick Nolte?
Red Hulk.
48 Hours, Nick Nolte.
No, Red Hulk. Homie, is actually the Red Hulk. Old white guy.
Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah,
Thunderbolt Ross. I couldn't think of that. Thunderbolt Ross, nigga. That's what that was.
I don't know. Nick Nolte has gone through a lot of looks over the years. Distressed white guy being one of them.
No, but
he always look like he's a distressed white guy, even when his hair is straight.
No, but seriously, Chris, like, what outside of not having any one-on-one time? I mean, You got no other proof that says orange is.
It's like Pink was the only one, and that's because Pink is already paranoid as is, so it lines up.
No, he just knows that somebody is a rat. He just couldn't prove it.
Well, he went to Mr. Orange because he was like, it's that motherfucker, and Mr. White had to talk him off edge. That's hence why they went in the back and had a smoke and was just talking, which
actually no, Chris, he never pinpointed and said that orange.
No, he did say orange until White told him, like, no, I did, I vouched for him, blah blah blah. And he's like, okay, but somebody snitched, basically. So
well, he said, look, for all I know, you're the rat. For all I know, you're the fucking rat.
Well, now we're on to something.
He said, well, now you're thinking with your head on your fucking shoulders. Just like how we got that famous shot, the most famous shot in the whole movie. This right here.
Bro, I like that.
When
that is the wallpaper of every person that had a computer back in the day.
Tell me about it. And when he said, and I quote,
every edgelord who was born in 1966.
when he said, and I quote, he's like, I didn't, listen, I kept this shit professional. I didn't tell him my name or where I was from or none of that shit. He's like, why the hell would you do that? Shit, 15 minutes ago, you almost told me your name. Again, Pink's got a point. Yeah. How is it that, like you said, with Steve Buscemi is the voice of reason in this movie? You know y'all fucked up.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's yeah.
You really got White out here thinking him and Orange was like this.
I don't know. That felt like Chris Penn and his dad to me in that picture.
Look, man.
Don't worry, we be all right.
Eddie,
listen, we got a plan. That was them walking over the blonde. Hey, don't worry. It's the in and out job.
Dude, Eddie and Joe.
You did time for us. You did time with us.
Eddie
bring him in.
Dude, Eddie and Joe were like the father and son that go to fucking Yankee baseball games and shit. Or LA Dodgers games or something.
No, they look. It's so funny. They look like the father and son that will go to a strip club together and just be cool.
That too.
Just be cool getting their rocks off together. You know what I mean?
I can already imagine Joe. Like, so Eddie, you're telling me you just want to throw dollars at these whores?
Come on, Dad. I'm gonna get the black one and we can fuck it together. That's my boy.
Hey, the peak.
We was close to that. Don't block your face. We're dealing with Quentin Tarantino. I'm cool with the black people, Tarantino. Okay,
that is such low hanging fruit to me.
The peak '90s of this movie, though, to me,
was everything.
No. Chris Penn, besides that loud ass tracksuit, that fucking fat ass phone.
That loud ass tracksuit that was 5 years older than what it needed to be.
That fat ass phone that he had as he's on the phone talking and stuff. Like,
yes, that good old brick plastic. Yep, that burnt, that off, that eggshell white phone he had.
I gotta ask y'all this: what's the origins of mobsters wearing tracksuits?
It's casual wear, man. Not every
comfortability.
No. Hold on. I can tell you what I would like to believe it is. The guys that you see rocking this, just bear in mind, it's just the top half of the tracksuit. Because he's wearing some regular ass pants under that. Anyway,
you're right, because white dudes will wear a tracksuit like that and we wear slacks with it.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
They wear slacks with it. Like they're trying to be a fucking coach or some shit. But anyway, him wearing
AAU coach and shit.
Like him rocking the Nike tracks, like the track jacket. Those are the gangsters that don't have to do a whole lot. They can do everything from that brick phone. They don't necessarily have to go in on jobs because, again, they've reached that upper echelon where they got workers to go do everything.
That was a big ass brick phone too.
It was. And again,
I feel like the tracksuit.
He can do everything from the brick phone. And again, the tracksuit. Hold up. The tracksuit and the jewelry.
Yeah, that hair.
Bro, I think it's a combination type of thing. It ain't just one thing.
You just run. Matter of fact, you're an operator. That's what you are. You're the operator. When shit goes well or shit goes south, you call this guy. I mean, tell me, am I wrong?
I mean, you're not wrong.
You call nice guy Eddie, like when you need to get a hold of somebody. Because let's be real, are you really gonna go to Joe knowing that you technically successfully completed the diamond heist, but at the same time, you got a bloodbath on your hands.
Yeah, you're right. You know,
that's why when D said that, oh, like you fucked up the diamond heist. No, fucking up the diamond heist means you didn't get the diamonds. They did actually get the diamonds.
They did,
and Pink stashed it somewhere. And
I don't think Pink stashed it. Did he stash it?
He stashed it before they went to go back out to ditch the cars, basically.
Because again, I had to make sure that this place wasn't a police station when I got here.
Which, funny enough, that is, God damn it, man. That is part of the mission in that fucking Reservoir Dogs game where you're escaping the police. You have to actually go to a place to stash.
Again, Chris, did you play this game? I'm sorry.
I watched back when the game came out, I watched the playthrough on YouTube, and because I wasn't gonna buy the goddamn game. So I was like, let me watch this shit. Because X-Play, I think, gave it like a 1 out of 5 or some shit.
Oh, it was bad.
It was terrible.
It was quite
terrible. So I was like, I'm just gonna watch this shit on YouTube and just see it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not paying for this game. Because bear in mind, folks, movie tie-in games to this day are still wonky as shit. Like it really is, because like for every Reservoir Dogs game, you get a dope ass game like The Warriors from Rockstar, you know,
or X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah, which that's what I put in the category of surprisingly good game that nobody saw coming, kind of thing. Like, because let's be real,
the game that had no business being
because all of us wrote the shit off like this game gonna be trash, and it's like, oh fuck, it wasn't trash. God damn.
You're like, wow, this game actually was good.
I'm still gonna say it's because the movie sucked so bad. That's why we all say that.
Well, the fact that here's the thing, it's one thing that when movies put out a video game to tie it in where it just takes place sometime either before the game. Sometime before the movie comes out or after the movie came out. You know, it's always that kind of weird thing. But in X-Men's case, it told the whole damn movie with DLC extras baked in.
Yeah,
and I could be wrong. I could be wrong, guys. And please tell me if I'm wrong with this. And I'm just thinking of Sting off of a WCW. But wasn't there a Crow video game?
Crow?
Yeah, am I just making that up? I think I'm making that up.
Maybe back on the Genesis, maybe.
I think I'm making that up.
No. Was Crow on the Sega CD?
It could have been a Sega CD.
That sounds like a Sega CD game.
No, PlayStation.
It was
really
based off of City of Angels.
What year?
Based off of City of Angels, 1997.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
Jank as fuck. So yeah.
I don't want to know. I just saw blocks.
Trust me, it's no. And City of Angels was decent, but why would you do a video game off that one? Like,
I cannot say yes, but I cannot say no either. That's all I will say about one of the Warriors.
Yeah,
I can't say yes or no though.
Yeah, I mean, we bring up on the podcast all the time, like the Scarface one. I'm like, who the fuck greenlit that shit? Like, I'm still
impressed that this one beside me over here, he thought it was a good idea to actually go through that game.
Eric told me about it, and I'm
he did not pay one physical red cent toward it.
I don't blame him.
But the nigga still played this shit. That's all I can say.
Scarface, The World Is Yours, that one.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I played it.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I'm saying. You didn't spend no money on it.
No, I did not. But that game was straight woof.
Yeah, if the Reservoir Dogs was like a huge, like, I didn't ask for what happened in the heist and all that shit. The Scarface one was, so you did a what if Scarface survived his snorting of coke and getting shot up 15 times? Like, really?
It still doesn't beat Eris playing the clip for me of Tony Montana talking about, fuck, man, I fucking fucked up by killing Manny. Like, he would stop that. Stop. I will never get over
this
that.
Man regretted killing Manny. Get the fuck out of here.
He did. Hold on, but he did. Remember, Tony did actually regret killing
But
Manny.
we needed to hear it.
He did it in the movie,
guys.
He didn't. No, he said it in the movie.
We needed to hear it again because we like Manolo.
anyways, y'all.
But nah. Like, just the fact that, like, because again, watching it again, it was just certain things I forgot, and just the fact that
I'm sorry. This got a video game, but Kill Bill didn't.
We still never got the whole bloody. Listen, we still never got the whole bloody affair released over here.
I gotta go bootleg with that shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
But anyways, but I totally forgot with the Mexican standoff that Eddie and them were part of it. Because in my head, I thought it was Mr. Pink, Eddie, and White, and I didn't know it was Joe.
No, Pink,
Eddie, and White.
Pink pulled the probably the best move ever, which is I am going to slowly walk back and say, "Hey guys, come on, what are we doing here? Thought we was all supposed to be professionals, professional."
Carl Ramrod.
He kept saying that. A man said, "All right, these motherfuckers are really about to shoot each other because ain't nobody listening or paying attention."
I just like how your boy.
I'm gonna duck behind this ramp here. We have the literal good and bad and ugly Mexican standoff. And I want y'all to pay attention to this. Joe is pointing his gun at Orange. White is pointing his gun at Joe, and nice guy Eddie is pointing his gun at White. As soon as the bullets start flying, we see the guns go off. My question is this: who the hell shot Eddie? My man got hit with a freak. No,
Mr. White shot him.
He didn't. He didn't move.
He did. He did.
No, he didn't.
He did.
He did.
Eris, I remember I sent it to you. Now,
you want to know why? No, you want to know why I say he didn't?
Why?
Because we clearly see this man take a full bump before Harvey Keitel even turned his damn hand.
They shot each other.
Again. All right. First off,
what he got hit with? A magic ricocheting flying bullet from Wanted?
First off, what we're missing is this, Eris. This was a bad shot.
Yeah.
Number one.
Bad shot, of course.
But I liked it. But here's the thing. I like how you clearly saw two shots come out from Harvey because he goes bow and then he does this weird kind of shift over. You see a secondary shot come out.
Yo, you see him tip over.
But yes, to your credit, before the second one to get off, here's Chris Penn.
Chris Penn already took the shot and did a full bump before Harvey even had time to turn around.
Because I think the way the shot was is he shot him, and then as he's coming down, he does this kind of thing. That's the only thing I can figure.
The only problem with that, as you said, Chris, the only problem with that is, as much as I want to agree with it, by the time he did all that, Penn was already on the ground.
Well, Chris Penn liked to overact and try to really, really engage and really wants to be physical. Oh my God, that was a Nike tracksuit.
Yes, that was.
I just caught that.
And no, D, don't give Chris Penn excuses. Please don't.
Look. I said he's an overactor. That's not good.
Look. Chris Penn.
Him and his brother don't know the meaning of reeling the fuck in, okay?
No, don't give him compliments either.
Look, Chris Penn is the good Penn, okay? All right.
I agree. I agree with this one. I agree with this one here.
Chris
Pulaski was nice.
Yes, Officer Pulaski. Let's just be real. He's nice. It's nice guy Eddie if he was a cop.
Sean Penn just went.
Because of that, when I watched it the first time, I thought Eddie was the cop. And he was just lying to his dad for years.
Dude, Sean Penn just went crazy. I'm like, what the fuck, Sean Penn? But
Sean Penn didn't go crazy. Sean Penn he dated Madonna. That's what happened. Okay, he dated Madonna.
So something else I want to point out is after the Mexican standoff is over with, Pink being the smart one. I'm not asking questions. I ain't saying shit. I just see 4 bodies on the ground. Well, 5, including the cop, because nice guy Eddie shot the cop while he was still strapped to the chair. Grabbed the bag of diamonds, rolled out. Now, going back to what I had mentioned in the beginning of this podcast, I believe he got into an all-out shootout with the cops and was killed. Going back inside, we see White is still somehow moving. Well, goes over to Orange and was like, "Well, kid, looks like we're gonna be spending a little bit of time, like a little prison time." I'm like, bro, your man now has 2 bullets in him. He's not surviving the rest of this day.
We'll sue. He had enough time to whisper, "Valverde."
No, he had enough time to whisper "Hail Hydra."
Hell Hydra.
Because he was but he tells him, Larry, I'm sorry. Sirens outside. I'm sorry. I'm a cop.
Bro, the 1,000-yard stare from Harvey Keitel was perfect because it's the realization when you hear the truth and it smacks against what you thought something was.
How much you defended.
And that's the thing. It's like the whole time he believed it in his heart of hearts. And just the realization that by virtue of him believing that, he basically fucked everybody up over in the grand scheme. Now, granted, let's go with the idea that Mr. White did believe others that, hey, my man wasn't there. I think they still would have been fucked because the cops were chilling outside any fucking way.
Yeah, the cops are outside, which also goes back to what Pink said earlier. How do we know we don't have a million fucking blue boys like staking out this place right now?
Thank you.
And that was at the beginning of the movie when he said, they were trying to figure out where the hell is everybody. Joe's not here. Eddie's not here. None of the other guys from the heist are here. Like, where the hell is everybody?
And even to the point that when Orange told the cop, like, yo, the cops are like a couple of blocks down from here. They'll be here. I kind of was so the cop like, why the fuck are they not here? And it's like,
what the hell is that? Like, what the, like, why the fuck ain't they here yet? He's saying, look, they're not going to make a move until Joe Cabot sticks his face through that fucking door.
I'm like, wow. Which, funny enough, I like how Eddie just shot the cop. Like, oh, this cop. It's like, well.
So, said, he said, this cop, one, you say that Blondie tortured him, cut his ear off. Better or worse after shooting him. I do like how Pink is looking at him like, he is right though. The ear is completely hacked off.
It's like
fair.
I think that whole thing of that 1,000-yard stare of White having, Orange.
That realization of him knowing that he just been told that he was a cop.
I just like how he's just crawled on to him, still doing that weird thing where he's like holding his hair in his face. Just like, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay.
Notice as he's holding him, and the moment he heard him say he's a cop, notice that bullet wound just hurts a whole lot more. He's like, he pulls out the pistol, got it aimed at his face. I'm like, oh, he's about to do him. Even if he dies right here and there by the cops shooting him, he's definitely gonna get that last shot off.
The cops coming in there telling him to
put the gun down. We're gonna blow you away, man. It's over. Like, put it down. First gunshot. I'm like, oh yeah, Orange is dead. And the cops unloaded. They just started chucking bullets at him.
And then I swear, when that happened, I was in tears. I was like, that anime credit just needs to hit immediately.
I mean, it went straight to black.
Every time I close my eyes.
Written by Quentin Tarantino.
Because he loves the blacks.
Sure, he said nigger in here 15. They said nigger in here 15 times and objectified black women. But guess what? He loves the Negroes.
I mean, geez, do you know? I mean, geez, how old do you think that black girl was? 20? Maybe 21? Chris, since you watched, hold up, D. Chris, since you watched the gameplay during the Diamond Heist, was there a young 20 or 21-year-old black girl in the game?
No, there was not.
It didn't even follow the video. It didn't even follow movie lore.
Didn't follow the movie lore. So you know what that means?
At least in the Scarface one.
No, you know what that means? You know what that means then? This is an Elseworld version of
exactly
the whole game.
See, at least in the Scarface one, you got to fight the DS brothers. So like come on, there was at least some consistency there.
And you got to see Gaspar Gomez.
Here's my thing.
You did not. Yes, you did. You're right. You did tell me.
I'm about to say in theory. Okay. In theory, I can understand why they did the game, but it kind of goes back to the thing of sometimes you don't need to see stuff. I didn't need to see the fucking Diamond Heist. Because Diamond Heist is inconsequential to what the story is telling to me.
Not to mention the fact that the Diamond Heist the fact that the Diamond Heist is kind of like a mystery thing in this movie adds to the movie. Putting the actual Diamond Heist in the movie, number one, you would have made the movie long as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, it would have been expensive because, again, this was an independent film.
But I think the thing is, though, just by virtue of the characters, because just that line from Mr. White and Mr. Blonde on like what happened, that told me enough. I don't need to see this shit. Just the fact that, hey, he told them people don't press the button and they did it anyway, and then he shot them. It's like, okay, I don't need to know anymore. Because at that point, you told me what happened. That's why shit went south. Okay, cool. I don't need to know. I'm good.
Huh, at least from a point of the storytelling, it wasn't trying to tell you the story of what happened at the heist. The important part was what happened the second heist was over. That's when the actual story started up. Mm-hmm. So if there was anything, the first board should have been just that. But actually, I don't know how you can build a video game off of this shit. It's so stupid to me.
Number one, you waited way too fucking late to make a video game based on this movie.
I mean, if you look at the time period, though, that was.
But then again,
James was trying to do movie tie-ins, then again, adaptations.
Then again, this is also an industry that made a video game based on The Thing,
which was actually decent.
You're being nice, Chris. But
no, what I'm saying,
it wasn't good. It wasn't good.
The idea, let's put it that way. The idea of it was decent. It's kind of in the same category of how we got these alien video games that's supposed to take place, I guess, in between Alien and Aliens and shit. And it's like,
Chris, all right,
sure, I guess. And I mean, we're about to get another Aliens movie that takes place between both films, and I'm like, sure, I guess, got you. You know,
couple of things here.
Chris, put it this way: imagine, if you will, in the last game, was the one where it's Isolation? What it was?
Yeah, Isolation.
Isolation.
Yeah.
Imagine right at the last board, right before you get out, the story goes: you see a hand come out of nowhere, grab you, and bring you on to a different ship, and you fly off. You're like, oh, thank you so much. What's your name? My name is Ellen Ripley. You're gonna be like, bullshit. That's what the Thing video game did. Because the second you saw a helicopter show up, you saw the Gaucho hat, you were like,
yeah, and the fact
McCready.
And the fact that he name dropped himself as RJ McCready.
Shut up.
Just like the prequel sequel thing movie that came out where it ended with the dog running out in the helicopter. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
To give it up, you're kind of right.
Hold on. First of all, the dog ran off, and it was the Norwegians that hop in a chopper and ran after it. Hold on. Now, what happened to Elizabeth? What happened to Elizabeth's character? Well, apparently, I think for what I read, she didn't even make it to the Russian outpost. She never made it. I heard that she actually died on the way or something.
Off screen, like, what the fuck?
Which is why there were no women in the 82 version of the thing. But anyway, a couple of things I want to mention is, of course, I'm all about learning about production and seeing how this is one of my favorite movies. So Quentin Tarantino was working at Video Archives, which is a video store in Manhattan Beach. He originally planned to shoot this movie with his friends on a budget of $30,000 on a 16 millimeter black and white format. Now, was it with the producer Lawrence Bender playing the cop who was chasing after Mr. Pink. Bender gave the script to his acting teacher, whose wife gave the script to Harvey Keitel. Keitel liked it enough to sign on as a co-producer, so Tarantino and Bender would have an easier job finding funding. With his assistance, they raised up to $1.5 million. Keitel also paid for Tarantino and Bender to host casting sessions in New York, where the duo found Steve Buscemi, Michael Madsen, and Tim Roth. Now, John Cryer was asked to audition for the role of Mr. Pink, but he backed out at the last minute. Viggo Mortensen and George Clooney also read for roles as well. While Tim Roth's agents originally wanted him to be Mr. Pink or Mr. Blonde, but he preferred Mr. Orange because he would be an English actor pretending to be an American playing a cop pretending to be a robber.
Cool.
Layers.
Cool.
So like, so the film
not
contains,
against it, but
so the film contains multiple homages to other films. Tarantino said that Reservoir Dogs was influenced by Stanley Kubrick's 1956 film noir, The Killing. I didn't go out of my way to do a ripoff of The Killing, but I did think of it as of My Killing, my take on that kind of heist movie. Like, the film's plot was also inspired by the 1952 film Kansas City Confidential. It was also inspired by The Big Combo and, of course, the spaghetti western Django. Yeah, that was actually that Django actually inspired the scene from the cop being tortured in the chair. Now, having the main characters being named after colors, that was first seen in the 1974 film, The Taking was a Felon 1, 2, 3. The film also contains key elements similar to those found in Ringo Lam's 1987 film City on Fire, which Tarantino praised and mentioned it as a major influence. This is where it got funny. Tarantino said that everybody hated Joe, Lawrence Tierney, by the end of the first week of production. Everybody hated him.
I mean, if you're a young
why?
It makes sense.
It doesn't say why, but it just said that by the end of the first week of production, everybody couldn't stand him. So the warehouse scene, by the way, were filmed at an unused mortuary that were filled with coffins, funeral equipment, embalming fluid, and a hearse. Now, Mr. Orange's apartment was a room on the second floor of the mortuary, set to look like a living quarters. Now, of course, that building has been long since demolished.
Okay.
Here we go. This goes into the video game thing. Tarantino's decision to not film the diamond robbery was twofold. The budget, like, number one, budgetary reasons, and to keep the details of the heist completely ambiguous. By not showing the robbery and have the characters describe it, Tarantino explained that the film is allowed to be about other things. Similar to the way in which burglary in, the Glengarry Glen Ross and its film adaptation is discussed, described, debated, but never shown. Tarantino compared the technique to the work of a novelist, and he said that the film would be something not seen and to play with a real time clock as opposed to a movie clock ticking.
Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks. Because, like I said, at the end of the day, you don't, like you said, you don't need to see it.
Yeah, I agree. You don't need to see it. And you also didn't need to make it a video game either.
I mean, well, that's the thing. Like I said, sometimes people have. I think it's one of those things where when you do a video,
you stop it right now.
Yeah.
No, I shall not.
Yeah.
Look at this mess.
Yeah.
Look at the graphics.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Lionsgate. Mm-hmm. Okay, hold on. First of all, Cap Winter, that RoboCop game is actually good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, my thing is this, like, in idea, I can understand you thinking that you can do a Reservoir Dogs game because you're trying to tap into that fandom that loves the movie, but it's like, and at the same time, it's like, as I said before, what I've solved the game from beginning to end, it's a lot of padding in that game. It's a lot of padding.
The most unnecessary padding.
And it shows even more why we don't need a game based off the fucking heist, because you're doing so much padding for what? Like, come on. We don't need to see the build up for it. We don't need to see the planning for it. Like, for what? Like, come on. Like, it's just kind of dumb in the grand scheme to even just do it. So, you know.
They're like, if you want to make your own heist game, go ahead and make it. You don't have to copy anybody. And I think because the GTA series was really good at showing homages to different movies like that, people mistook homage for that's going to be the plot of the whole thing. And that's not how that works. And I really hate how people always do that. Not just with video games, but with movies too. That's why we get a lot of strictly, especially horror movies. It's like a homage to the old thing. No, it's just teenagers getting drunk in the woods and they die. Shut the fuck up. There's nothing special about this. It's almost none of that same type of vein, man.
So yeah, it's kind of like that thing. But like I said, at the end of the day, it's still a great hit. I need to get it. I actually need. It came out on. Is it 4K yet?
Yes, it's
4K. Yeah, 4K Steelbook. I need
Definitely
to
4K.
get that and stuff. But yeah,
the 4K. No, I actually like the 4K Steelbook because it comes with the slip case. The cover is the cop. You slip the case off, it cuts off the ear.
God, I'm sorry, what?
That's crazy.
Yeah, the 4K Steelbook. The 4K
that's kind of creative.
Yeah, the 4K Steelbook is a slipcase, and sliding the slipcase off slides the ear off.
Wow.
Pretty
dope. Wow. Yeah, what do we got next on the docket?
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, what?
So Tarantino, he revealed in June a couple of years ago that at one point he was considering remaking Reservoir Dogs as the 10th and final directed film, but he quickly said he won't do it.
Tarantino is always, even though he said that, Tarantino says a lot of stuff and walks it back because he just, at least to me, I feel sometimes Tarantino talks for the sake of talking.
Yeah, true.
So like, and he's never came off as somebody that wants to remake some shit that he already did before because it smacks against his ideal of movies.
Tarantino does do that a lot though, because Tarantino is not so much that he wants to give anybody a false impression of what he's going to do.
Yes,
it's just
Brian,
that he just have a lot of ideas flowing, and that's what falls out when he says that.
Yes, I want to see Chris Penn's flop sweat in 4K.
Yes, it's a very, very emphatic. Yes, I want to see it in 4K. In fact, I already
want to see all that
movie on 4K.
You're going to see all that cherry sauce they throw on Tim Roth in the back seat.
Close enough.
But I am curious to know what is this final movie going to be? Because he's only got one left.
We said before, I still don't think it's going to be a final movie with him. I think it ain't going to be a final movie. But whatever movie we get next, and we're like, oh, it's his last one. Harder. I don't think it's going to be a two-parter. I think he's going to do one. And we're like, oh shit, that's his last movie. Hey guys, look what I got. It's going to be that bull crap.
I don't know.
I don't believe he's going to have an ending to his carear. Because if he did, he would have done it already to me.
No,
that's all I'm saying.
No, I don't believe that because he's done other jobs. Like he has wrote and produced like plenty of other things, and he's been an executive producer to a bunch of stuff as well. And not to mention all of his documentary appearances is like, God, he's done a hell of a lot of documentaries, but
that don't count. Eris, the point is you asked the question and I answered it. I don't think he's going to make a last one. I think he'll make a last. I think his last one will be when his heart stops. Like honestly, I don't think he's never going to stop filmmaking.
I don't think he can make a film, but will he stop being a director? Yes. I do believe that.
I don't think so.
Director.
I don't think so.
I think so because he's been saying it since the very beginning that he was only going to direct 10 movies out of his career. Like for his career, he's only going to do 10, and he is stuck by that.
I mean, it's probably why it's taking so long. Like, look, I'm not one of those people that demands a director just give us a movie immediately. I think that's a lot of it.
Yeah, I'm not either.
That shit.
Like, I want you to just take your time doing it, and then when you're done, you're done.
Yeah.
You said you want to have 10 films that you direct, and you've said that since '92.
Yeah, he's stuck to it. I will give him that.
That man has yet to change his mind. As you said, this movie's almost 40 years old.
It says 40.
It's in his 30s at least. Been in this shit since '92. Look at all the bullshit it's been through.
Stop.
So-called beef.
Wow.
You're forgiven for what
you're forgiven. Son of a that was standing. No, the name of I ain't even gonna pretend.
Think you seen him.
Nicotina. Dosa Papa. What we got next? Now, what we got next on the docket?
Just to let everybody know, we're not going to take an all the way break, but we are going to be doing doubling up until our little summer break that we always give ourselves.
Yeah.
So expect us to kind of have 2 in 1 week or stuff like that. Just to let you know, just to let you know that's what we're going to be. But next week, I'm going to pull the Band-Aid off, and we're doing this next week, and I hope you all will be there.
To be or not to be? Not to be.
Something's rotten.
I think I just got a boner.
I'm going to say something really quick before we end off. Do you mention that we were going to do this movie, and you said that we have to do this movie again and do it right? I'm going to say it now that we're on the podcast. How do you do right to a mess of a movie?
That is a question that 3 Black Geeks had approached before.
Valid point, sir.
I mean, holy shit, this movie is a mess.
Hey,
I like Last Action Hero, but God.
But Eris, I had to put it out there. We said it when we did it. Cobra wasn't the perfect bed of roses either.
It's not. But hold on. But here's the thing: Cobra didn't have the Super Smash Brothers of the 80s and 90s of action stars making cameo appearances.
And you're telling me you don't want to do a movie with Tina Turner having a cameo in it? Come on, bro.
No, and I'm not saying I don't want to do.
She's Black History.
I'm not saying that I that I don't want us to talk about.
She's
a movie.
Black History.
Wait, D. I'm not saying that I don't want us to do talk about a movie where we got to see the Universe 9 of Terminator 2 starring Sylvester Stallone.
There was a cartoon cat in this movie.
That made no sense.
What Humphrey Bogart? Wasn't a really, really shitty AI Humphrey Bogart in this movie too?
An animated cat shot F. Murray Abraham, and it was the funniest. All you heard was,
"Wait a minute, that did happen."
Yeah,
all you heard was,
"That did happen."
And you see F. Murray Abraham acting.
Lean over. Still better acting than.
Let me get this right.
By the way, before I forgot to mention, we actually got the freaking Wilhelm scream in Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, somebody got pushed to the side. Oh!
But no, F. Murray Abraham getting shot in the back by a cartoon cat.
Let me get this straight.
Him falling over was better than the scarf.
F. Murray Abraham, Charles Dance, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Tina Turner, Wesley Snipes was in this movie too. Jean-Claude Blinky and Miss, he didn't know he was getting filmed.
What's his name?
There was a bunch of people in this
Sharon
movie.
Stone, Robert Patrick.
Sharon Stone was in this movie. I forgot about that.
Because they used all the movie characters from Basic Instinct and Terminator.
And then we got the best joke ever, Stallone as the Terminator. And I got to say, I want to see that version of the Terminator.
Like I said, Universe 9.
Also,
that is a Universe 9.
Also, our man, not a 360, it's a 180.
I said Charles Dance.
Yeah.
Charles Dance.
Charles Dance. Yeah, I keep forgetting his name because I'm thinking.
Yes, Charles Dance. Charles Dance, who has a thick resume.
You know who should have, who could have benefited from being in this movie?
Go ahead.
Bennett from.
Shit, I forgot his name. God damn it.
Vernon
Wells.
Vernon Wells should have been in this movie.
He probably was, and we don't know it.
Nah, he wasn't. He should have been in this movie. Bill Duke should have been in this movie. Carl Weathers should have been in this movie.
All I'm saying is
Carl Weathers was being forgotten by white people at that weird moment. You remember when white people was riding them, and then all of a sudden 93 hit? It's fuck them. They threw them over in the trash. It was during that time.
Yeah, it was a little movie called Action Jackson. They said, "Yeah, we're never giving him a starring role again."
Yeah, we can't give this coon any more. We can't have this coon take up any more space.
And the man by Adam Sandler was like, "I like Carl Weathers. Get him in this movie."
Come on, Adam Sandler. Come on, he was in The Predator. Or whatever movie he saw.
All I'm saying is, folks, get yourself a lady that looks at you just like Vernon Wells looked at Matrix. Bennett looked at Matrix.
You're getting old, John.
Hey, John. It's going to be you and me. You know that, John.
Listen to the Commando podcast. 'Cause I swear.
Two men with knives, shirtless.
You want to put this knife in me, don't you, Bennett?
Oh, now you're talking to me, John.
I love the Australian accent, sir. I love it.
I finally figured out my Australian accent is just basically going deep. That's all I can. I can't do anything above like a baritone with Australia, because after that I sound like a dude that's trying to do South African and I fucked it up. So I can't do it.
Oh God! Bennett does do naked kata, sir. He does. The creatine version of Bennett. That chain vest.
The chain.
The chain mail, sir.
I like it's the chain mail, and that the chain mail was too small for him, and he said, "Nah, don't really fit. I want it."
See, as much as I want to agree with that, William Sadler does it better.
Yes, he does. All I'm saying is, D.
I think Stephen Buscemi doing naked katas would be a hilarious.
Yeah. Fuck that face. Yeah. All I'm saying is, D. BlurredCon, you need to dress up as Bennett from Commando.
Chris. They're going to think I'm Mr. T. Stop that.
They are. No one's gonna.
First off, no.
Ain't no nigga. Even if they know Commando, going to recognize me as Bennett. Stop trying to set me up for failure. They're going to be like, hey, they're going to see me and you go, hey, Scott Steiner.
No, CJ, that's like.
First off, that's his head.
First of all, CJ, that'd be like you telling me to come to BlurredCon as freaking Nada from They Live.
Who's going to know that?
No.
Who's going to know that?
No one's going to know I'm Rowdy freaking Roddy Piper.
Hey, Chris, dress up like Chris, dress up like the Silverhawk, and not the Silverhawk with a cowboy hat, so you can distinctify which Silverhawk you are. Dress up as a regular ass.
You was thinking what I was thinking. I had a cowboy hat already. I'm like, fuck
I knew you was thinking that. Here's the sick part.
Get my acoustic
There were
guitar.
2 Silverhawks I knew. There were 3 Silverhawks I knew. The girl one, the cowboy, and the buff one. I don't know the other ones.
That's how you know Silverhawk was the lesser of the 2 animated shows.
How the fuck did I see Silverhawks every day and I don't remember a fucking thing about it?
But you remember Thundercats, don't you?
Huh?
Barely.
I just know names of the Thundercats. I don't know none of their adventures.
Hey,
Who else is in the world of Dundera? Who else is in the world of Dundera? Please tell me that.
The fact that you know the names of Thundercats still puts it 5 notches ahead of Silverhawks.
No, you know why I do? You know why I do? Because I got a bunch of Gen Xers who didn't live out their childhood that stuck to Lionel, Panthro. Panther was voiced by a black guy, you know it. And like that's the only reason I know it.
And that's about it.
Wait a minute, who was the other dude? Who was the second Thundercat?
So basically, okay.
The second in command.
Basically, you had the main 5 Thundercats.
I like how Chris doing this. This is a flex for Chris because it's a big ass Thundercat poster in the background, like I can't see it.
Here's the thing: it's the main 5 Thundercats. But here's the thing: nobody can never name the auxiliary Thundercats that came in the later.
There was auxiliary ones.
There was 4
Quicksilver,
more.
Steelheart, Steel Wheel, the Copper Kid, Bluegrass. Bluegrass was
Bluegrass was the cowboy.
I couldn't remember his name. I was going to call him Tex.
I mean, you'd be close.
I would have been close. I was going to say the Oklahoma Kid, and niggas were like, yeah, I remember the Oklahoma Kid. They would just be grinning.
Eris would have looked at you like, yeah, it's Bluegrass. Oklahoma Kid.
No. Here's Eris. I know Eris. I don't know none of these.
He is not wrong.
I want you to understand, and I want you to understand really clear. I don't know these niggas at all.
Eris would have been like, if it ain't Smurfs, I don't give a shit.
Eris, look, Chris, let me put it to you this way. I watched Heathcliff every day. I just know Heathcliff. I don't know none of the people in the junkyard. I don't know none of the Alley Cat.
My boy Riff Raff.
Yeah, Riff
Raff. Thank you. And I knew there was Slut Kitten. The one that needed pants because she needed pants on.
Sir,
no, first of all, she had the 80s leg warmers.
I want people to understand that the alley cats were very diverse. They had a gay cat that was part of that group.
They did.
They did have a gay cat.
They had the gay cat that was always on roller skates.
Yep.
That nigga wasn't gay. He was just eccentric.
No, let's be real. You also had the fat black one.
Yes, because you need a fat black one.
Why he got to be black?
Because he was.
See, I know exactly who you're talking about. I know you exactly. Shut up. Shut up. I know exactly what you mean.
First of all,
he was strong, D. He was strong.
First of all, sir, he was fat. He was black. He was rocking the Winnie the Pooh shirt. Come on, man.
I'm sorry. What?
Yep, Sonia, Mungo,
Sonia.
Wordsworth.
Yep. Mungo, and that's what the fat one. You know, it's the fat one's Mungo. The fat one ain't gonna be Wordsworth. The fat one's going to be Mungo. I know. All right. If there's anything I retain more of the episodes of, it will be Inspector Gadget. I watch Inspector Gadget every day. I knew that. I knew that show. I know that show, man. I know that show. But still.
It's funny that we didn't know who the hell Dr. Claw looked like unless you bought the toy.
Even then,
Dr. Claw was just a fat white guy, right?
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
Dr. Claw
was he like a hot chick or something? What was?
No. Dr. Claw was like a Universe 16 Dr. Wily.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've never seen it once. I don't remember.
Minus the crazy hair, but no, that was Dr. Claw.
You say hot chick? Okay, this is deep cut.
Oh God,
gotcha, man. Gotcha, man.
Uh-oh.
Galactor was trans. Dead fucking serious. Dead fucking serious. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even
kidding. Japan. What?
Wait, hang on. Yep. God damn it, Chris. I found one.
I watched.
Found a white hair. Damn it.
Shout out to Ted Turner.
Pepper. Look, well, that's the salt in this pepper. I see.
Shout out to Ted Turner because he didn't edit that show. He did minor edits when he transferred it, but like G-Force, Galactor, yeah, trans.
Keep this in mind, Chris. At least they didn't do that horrible botch job of Sailor Moon Super S.
What, the cousins?
The cousins. No one full
kissing cousins. Kissing cousins.
Toya's kissing Muffin. We're not doing this.
How is it that
shit's disgusting? Keep the chickens clucking. This on my wrist is nothing.
How is it that as kids we sniffed that shit out immediately?
We sniffed it out because we had this wonderful and terrible thing called the internet.
No, even
Eris. It's before 2003. The World Wide Web.
But here's the thing. Even I never looked on the internet, and I just remember watching. I was like, something's off.
No, I'm telling you. No, I'm telling you the other thing.
Not in a bad way, but it's like
no. I'm telling you the other thing, Chris, because we had this little thing. It was called Anime FX, and Anime FX in Springfield had access to a whole bunch of anime.
First off, I didn't have access to Anime FX because
Sorry.
You know, Chris is a Google planetnamic.com ass nigga. You already know.
No, D. This is an actual store that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It was an actual store like down at Springfield Mall. I used to go there all the time, and I would see the latest anime, as bootleg as that shit was. And
it's called Japanimation.
What? No, I'm beyond that point. I stopped calling it Japanimation after 97. Okay. Anyway,
Japanimation.
I mean, like when I saw the Sailor Moon thing, and I was like, wow, so there was more than just 5. Come to find out, it was a whole damn platoon of Sailor Scouts. And when I found, and I heard that, oh, so what's up with these two? How come these two are always together? Come to find out, oh, they're a lesbian couple. Okay, interesting.
Because America wasn't ready for that.
Fast forward a whole 4.5 to 5 years later, and we see this shit, and I'm like, wait, cousins? That's not how you sit in a chair. I'm pointing out shit like that.
You said cousins. Here's me. Yeah. Y'all cousins. Y'all the cousins when there be like a cookout. Be like, who you hanging out with? Don't.
Here's how
don't. Go play with your other cousins.
Here's how they made it worse. They made sure that the tall, slender one was voiced by a guy.
Yeah, the dyke, right?
Hey kids, back in the day at anime conventions, porn stars came there as guests because they voiced the hentai.
They
And you
did.
can
Yes, they did.
You can actually sign it and stuff. And yeah, that was a wonderful time at Otakon. I think Otakon was like
shout out to Lily Tai before she became a Trump supporter.
I'm laughing at the fact that I know
Hey, Harris, she's a porn star. That was a 7 out of 10. Look. I'm still looking at Misty Stone like, hey, Misty, who you vote for? I ain't vote, you sure? Or you just embarrassed?
I'm just saying that it was before. Now, of course, when I found out that she...
Before time.
Like, yes, in the long ago, when she was when she was still
Mad Max now.
Yes, when she was still active in the scene. Once she's 86, the industry, and started doing her own thing. On
86.
Like once she started doing her own thing on Instagram and Twitter and all that shit, and I come to find out, oh, so you did vote for that motherfucker. Got you.
It's like being surprised.
I forgot you are from Texas.
It's like being surprised. Brandy Love voted for Trump. Of course she voted for Trump.
Of course she did.
Of course.
If somebody like that's like that one dude that always approach you every other year. Hey man, did you know Alexis, Texas didn't like black guys? We know. We already know. We know. Thanks for speeding it up. Yeah, we already know that.
That's a comment.
Internet Explorer over here.
Netscape over here.
Netscape over here, just crawling to the finish line.
No, it's more like, oh shit, check out Lycos. Thanks,
sir. I will not let you put that on Misty Stone. Okay.
No, she does. Come on.
No. We already know that.
Nah, she picked up.
We already know that ain't true.
No. She picked up that older. She picked up that older woman weight now. So yeah, Jill Stein.
Older woman weight. Here, she'll say she's fatter than you now.
That's the equivalent of somebody sitting up there saying something that's like
I'm
racist.
saying when
like, just call us niggas. All right, Jesus.
I'm calling it older because let's be real. Once we saw her come out of the shadows, I'm like,
nah. Here's the thing.
Hey, Chris. He's talking about a porn star. He said, "Come out."
It's like when everybody got brand new about like. It's like when everybody got all brand new about Vivica Fox and how she looked. I'm like, she's like every black woman that gets older.
First of all,
it's like Vivica's 60. Leave her alone.
No. See, when Vivica did that thing where number one, when she came out with dim titties.
You know what?
Dim titties. Get the hell out of here.
I had to ask.
Get the hell out of here with that.
I knew. Look. Real talk, y'all. No. I knew that Vivica Fox.
I really had to ask. How long are you gonna keep this up, Vivica?
You remember
What's
when
the return policy on them shits?
Harris, do you remember when Vivica Fox was going out with 50 Cent and she was way too old to be going out with 50? Yes. It was in that same era. Vivica, baby, it's okay to be your age. You didn't get ugly or nothing. Chill.
Vivica, Out All Night was 92.
You were young then. It's okay.
You were unknown.
It's okay.
Harris literally pulled an Ileana, like grabbing the hand, like, babe, stop it. You hear the jingle because of the motherfucking bracelets. Stop it. Anyways, folks, we're doing Last Action Hero.
We're done. Yeah, we're done. We see y'all next week, man.
Peace.